everyone's back. So, Lieutenant Graves, you spent the last day trying to get back in contact, get your radio working with your regiment to no avail. You did not succeed, unfortunately. As the rest of the guys made their way into Winslow to try and find some supplies, to get some bedding, I think was the main objective of the trip. It was highly successful. I think you got some bedding and a sofa. But also ran into another group within Winslow, where you found, who are with you now, John, Matthew, and Susie, and unfortunately left behind two of their party who were viciously murdered by people, some attackers. These attackers, through their various means, or some of them managed to reanimate after what appeared to be death, after bleeding completely out, as you took them on again. And after all kind of banding together, even Dylan getting involved a little bit, you dispatched of that, left the scene, quickly kind of robbed one house on the way back, and then made your way back for the evening to discuss. And we finished as we got to the evening. So you've been into Winslow, you checked out some of Winslow, you've had that altercation, that fight. You left the scene as was standing and made your way back with your kind of new party members and settled in for the night. And I think that was the crux of the last session. So we enter...
Was it 3 p.m. we finished?
Sorry?
It was about 3 p.m. we left it, wasn't
it? Oh, it was, yes. Yes, he had the afternoon. Well, no, I think we kind of rolled forward to the evening. Yeah, so we're going to start with the evening watches, if you wanted to do watches. And then we'll go straight into fresh on day 3. So, because we kind of said you'd have the afternoon to debunk. So I suppose if you want to take the afternoon to discuss anything about the session before, what you'd seen, any plans, then this is the time to do it. Or we'll go into an evening's rest. And if you do want to take up watches over the night, then let me know who would like to watch or be on watch first evening.
So I think I want to talk with Lieutenant about what happened.
Yep.
And specifically how everyone killed a guy.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll kind of probably pop back a little bit later as I'm like coming back from trying to get in contact radio wise. Like, hey guys, how's it going? What did y'all get up to today?
They killed people.
I mean,
what now?
They were not people.
I mean, they're not people anymore.
What happened? What were they? Were they people? Were they not people?
I mean, they were people, but dead at the same time.
It was fucking wild, man. Like, they were coming back from the dead and shit. We thought they was dead. This one motherfucker, like, he bled out on the ground, and then he grabbed the bitch, and then I stabbed the motherfucker in the neck, and he didn't bleed, but he went down again. Like, that shit was crazy. Like some Call of Duty zombie mode shit or something.
You've been sharing your stash around, Dylan? Because it sounds like you're all talking about zombies. And
don't worry about my stash.
I mean, it was like something out of a movie.
It wasn't fun.
Hey, all I know is I watched these motherfuckers get back up when they should have been dead, and we brought 3 of them back here to the base with us, and I don't feel right about this shit, especially that bitch that's hiding in the back room.
Whoa. Can somebody sort this, like, just throwing around the word bitch? I mean, what is wrong with you, honestly? But what has happened is unprecedented. We've taken, is it Lieutenant Graves? The guys told me about you, and this Lieutenant Graves is Susie, who is one of the guys with the pack, who came with John and with Matt. And she's like, thank you to all you guys for helping, but we have information we need to take to the armed forces, because whilst it sounds crazy, there was definitely some reanimation of some kind of bodies that definitely should have been dead. I watched one of our party cells just bleed out in front of me, and then as the young man so eloquently put, reanimate and attack. Whether that was him, there was definitely some characteristics that made me think his life had left his kind of life has gone. He was not in control, but there's information that we definitely need to get to somebody about this.
How did he die in the first place? I'll kind of take out like a notepad, just like a dirty old notepad, and just start scribbling down bits.
I mean, he was attacked by these other dead guys that were people.
We were well. It was myself and Abdul and Sol. We pushed into the garage. The guys got the gate opened, and as we came through the door, we were immediately jumped by people. They didn't seem like any. There was no other signs to say that they were anything but other human beings, but they were feral. They just attacked with arms and legs, and Sol, in attempting to fight, must have taken damage somewhere in the blood. There was definitely an artery nicked somewhere because he was bleeding out profusely, and I was lucky enough to get myself out of the garage. And
did they have knives? Knives, guns?
No, we
hands.
Just
their hands.
Yeah, they were just using their hands and their bodies.
Maybe we should take you tomorrow to go see them, to see the corpses, to kind of get an inkling of what we're dealing with.
How far away was it?
Just in town. There's a garage of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Brought some tea bags. Right.
It was just around the corner from that corner store we went into.
Ah, okay. I mean, it's only 5 minutes away. Anyone fancy a walk?
We should
You want to go now or in the morning?
sleep through the night and go back when there's some daylight to use. But a medical examination of those bodies would be useful.
The main thing is if there's people like ripping people apart with their hands, like you used to say they're going to be there in the morning. For me, wouldn't it be better to strike while the iron's hot? I'm not expecting everyone to go. So we can just go down and go from there. Like I can go with you, Beth, if you want.
Would it not be better to go safety in numbers?
I would agree.
Whatever anyone wants to do. I know you've had a stressful day, and I've just been trying to radio through to people and trying to find some sort of hardware store to see if my radio's fucked. It seems all right.
Did you?
You've got a gun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been useful.
I don't feel secure here, especially with those things, whatever they are. So I think I'm gonna stay and barricade up some windows.
Okay.
We got some supplies from the garage. So I think that's what I'll be looking to do. I'm not going back down there. At least not tonight.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you want to go now, I'm sure someone else, other people would join you.
I mean, if it's just around the corner from the store, like, can't be that far away, right?
I mean, if you're adamant you want to go now, I'll come with. But I don't know if it's wise to go out with low light.
Yeah, I mean, I will go, but again, I think it's better in the morning.
I mean, if you want to go in the morning, we'll go in the morning, that's fine. But the only thing I'm thinking is if people are ripping people apart with hands, and it sounded as feral as, what, Susie, was it? Is it explaining?
Yeah.
Like, who's to say that body's going to be there?
I mean, we left nobody alive, but you're right. Who knows what might attract things.
I mean, if they've already gotten up once, maybe they could get up again.
Well, when Susie comes back from the dead, we won't have to worry about those other bodies anyway, so Shit, doesn't matter to me.
What a charming gentleman.
How many more hours of daylight have we got?
None.
I-
It's
dark.
getting towards. Yeah, it'll be like.
It's dark outside, Luke.
Oh shit, yeah.
The big windows give it away.
And the hole in the window as well.
Yep.
Cool night breeze.
Right. Well, how about we go tomorrow then? I'll stay up and watch over if you want.
Sounds good.
Cool, I'm getting some sleep.
Do
Yeah,
we
down the line.
do we want to split up the? You can't stay and watch the entire evening, can you?
I mean, I've done it before, but
No, but
if people want to switch it around, then we can split it up.
It'd probably be better to split it. But
Yeah.
at the same point, these new people I think we should do double watches. Split the groups.
What are you trying to say?
I mean, I
Well-
would feel comfortable with that. To be fair.
We don't trust you or each other, and you have made clear that you don't trust Dylan.
No.
So
My man, that's the first smart thing I've heard you say.
I don't think he even has a team in this, does he? Really, let's be honest. Opens his mouth and words come out. But I agree. Yeah, let's split the watch between the two parties.
Could be worse. He could be sat there quietly and scheming. At least I always know what he's thinking.
So we're
Not
taking
much.
one from each party, to stay together.
Sounds good.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's be 3 watches to get through the night.
Mhm.
Perfect.
So how about me and you then, Susie, do the first one, and I can take some more detailed notes on what happened with your friend
Perfect.
and try and get it back to my colleagues.
Sounds sensible.
Are you?
I'll take the second watch.
Take
Yeah.
third then.
I'll take third on our side.
Okay, so he's watching with me. Or am I just doing it on my own?
Luke,
I can do.
how about you?
I can do third watch. Yeah. Second watch. Sorry.
4th.
No.
I'll do 4th watch. Is that daytime? Motherfuckers!
No, that means he's cooking again.
I don't know what you're talking about. You missed a great meal last.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Earlier
it's
on.
not- I
Just
don't know what I was cooking.
never trust him with MRE ration packs. That's all I'll say.
I doubled
I
ours.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did it right.
did a good job with those. Maybe he just doesn't like you guys.
Did you just add water this time?
Yeah. Perfect.
Why? What did he do with yours?
You don't want to know.
Did you notice that pan that's like more black than the others? That looks like it's probably not been washed in like 6 months.
Well, that's all I figured it was.
Yeah, it was clean, and that was after one use.
Oh, okay.
It was a shit pan.
Okay, shit.
Uh-huh.
While these guys are talking about Luke's shit cooking,
Yep.
I'm already lying down with my head on my bag.
I'm laid down on the sofa that I brought back.
I'm just lying down outside the room where Susie was
Mhm.
holed up.
Perfect. So we'll take first watch then. So do you want to give me a perception check for the night, Lieutenant?
Indeed. Was 17 in total.
17. So where do you think it will be pitched up if we're trying to kind of share notes and also keep an eye out for the first couple of hours?
Because we're planning on talking and stuff, I'll probably like, if we got like a couple of normal chairs, just take them outside onto like outside the front door.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, sounds good. Perfect. So we start the watch there outside, listening into the night for the first section. Is there anything specifically you want to go through with Susie, or do we want to just say that notes were passed?
Just kind of notes were passed. It's just kind of going in a bit more detail and making sure that she's all right.
Yep.
Just kind of assess, trying to kind of gain the information, but also trying to assess her.
Yep.
At the same point, and whether she's a threat to everyone.
So she will give me an insight check.
Four.
Okay. So she goes through, and you note that Susie's got she pulls out a notebook straight away where she's been scribbling down bits of information about the bodies, about what happened. So she explains to you essentially the state that she saw Sol's body in, the person that bled out and then reanimated, that when someone reanimates, they appear to have glazed over or something up with their eyes, but a closer inspection would be required to see exactly what was going on. And that the signs of reanimation, or seem to be signs of reanimation, were body twitching in certain ways, and that's what they picked up from just down there. And she's keeping a log of what she's finding, almost like medical notes, that this is what she's saying, that she wants to make sure she passes over to somebody as kind of first-hand experience of whatever this might be. But other than that, you don't get a feeling that she's hiding anything, or like I say.
I won't insist that I take them from her, but I'll basically say to her that I will go with her to deliver them. Once I know where the best place would be.
Yep.
I'll kind of update her a little bit on what happened with us, if anyone else hasn't done it before, and basically just let her know that I'm trying to track down where the closest route would be to try and make her safe.
That was her main MO when the guys were talking about you being back at the base, was that you would be a safe person to have or to help get information into the right hands, because probably in this sort of state the armed forces would take over, or they'd definitely be present.
And I'm just trying to follow my orders and now try and figure out where those are going to come from. So as soon as I know, I'm going to keep everyone safe.
Cool. So other than that, you pass it through, but from what you hear in the town, you don't hear you don't hear anything as you're going around. What you do notice is that the street lights haven't turned on. So there's still some light. There's still some lights in the town, or there's some light that's essentially some cities have gone on. It's not gone complete dark everywhere. Your school yard still has power, but the main street lights are now gone. You can see that our power's starting to go to certain services now.
Okay.
And that'd be the end of the first watch, unless there's anything else you want to.
No, all good.
Perfect. So we shall. So Susie makes her way after watch into that kind of back storage room, and we'll sleep behind the door, prepped against it, as we wake up those for second watch. Who was second watch?
So as Susie makes her way past me, and she sort of shakes me on the shoulder to wake me up, I sort of awake with a start, like, because I've been dreaming about what happened.
Yep.
I sort of lurch up, kind of shocking her, but then I realise it's her, and I'm like, sorry, Susie, you made me jump.
No worries, it's time for your watch.
Okay, no problem.
And who was on watch with John?
That'll be me.
Nice. So, where would you like to be placed? Are you taking the seats out the front as well, or?
Yeah, we'll go and sit down outside, I guess.
Perfect. So, can one of you give me either both give me a perception roll, or one of you give a roll with advantage?
What's your perception like?
Luke.
Got a 3.
Both roll.
18.
18, nice. So, Luke, you see and hear it? Nothing. Just thinking about your success in the meal you just prepared gives you a little bit of confidence, but you've forgot what you're even out here for in the middle of the night. A little bit sleepy still. John, as you strain out to hear that what movement might be going on, you note again that the lights have gone in the main town, and as you kind of are sitting listening out for anything, you hear a slight rabble. It's what would be the movement, not near you at all, but you can hear in the distance, like maybe something getting knocked over, or like a trash can getting knocked against the wall, a bang against the door, just a little bit of a scrap, but it doesn't sound like a large movement. You would say it was like a freaking stampede, but you can definitely hear some movement inside the town.
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear anything.
I swear, I heard something in the town. Oh, like things been knocked over. Not close, but definitely in the town. So there's definitely people around.
It might be the dead ones, the dead people.
It might be survivors like us, people from the camp. So this point, I light a cigarette, try and just cast at myself, and I ask Luke what his deal is, why he was why he's a former chef and he doesn't chef anymore.
I used to work for a pub, and unfortunately it burnt down, so I got made redundant. But
Was that down to your cooking?
Nothing to do with me. No, nothing to do with me. There was a fire, and fortunately 4 people died as a result.
Oh shit, it's not good. So how long ago was that?
That was about a year ago, and I'm now a mattress salesman. Well, I was a mattress salesman.
That's quite the change in career.
Well, I was sold by a recruitment guy the Milton Keynes dream, but it turns out that was a job at Dreams in Milton Keynes.
Oh, okay. I guess it's an easy mistake to make, I guess.
What about you? What did you do before this?
I was a carpenter. Done all kinds of work on building sites and building jobs, but carpentry is my main trade.
Oh, nice. One thing I would say is don't trust Dylan.
No, I'm getting that vibe. No, what's his deal?
I've already sussed that he's hiding alcohol in one of his bags. He's told everyone he's got nothing in.
How did you figure that out?
It was jingling around a lot, and he denied he had any in there. Just Rizzler, but Rizzler's not made of glass, so.
No, definitely not. At this point, I offer Luke a cigarette.
I'll take that.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go for a piss, and I'll go to the bathroom inside. I want to see if I can check what's in Dylan's bag.
What's his sleep? He's asleep on the bag.
He's asleep on the bag. There's no way I can.
No, he's using it as a pillow, so you'd have to wake him or kind of pull it away. Trying to sneak in is going to be nigh on impossible without waking him up.
What about his person? Like, has he got any sort of pockets I can maybe look in without potentially waking him?
If you touch a sleeping person, there's always a chance they could wake. So it will be down to a roll.
Well, I'll try my luck.
You say you try your luck. Nice.
Yep.
So what are you gonna try and do?
Well, as I can't get into his bag, I want to, because I don't trust him, I want to see what he's got in his pockets, if he's hiding stuff. I mean, if he's taking anything from the book, And if I can get my hands on any alcohol or cigarettes, I'll take them.
Okay, so you'd only be able to feel into
like his jacket pockets.
Yeah, it'd be jacket pocket. Yeah, you'd be able to, and it'd only be on one side. So
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So your sleight of hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you?
Your sleight of hand just touched the cock.
Yeah, so give me a sleight of hand check, roll.
That would be a 9.
A 9. That is not good. Dylan, what would you have had in your, just like one of your pockets, essentially, either hoodie, jumper, whatever it is? What would you have had in one side of your pocket?
A jacket pocket or something.
Yeah. It'd only be whatever your outer layer is.
Maybe some cigs and some Rizzler. I'd have hidden my weed and my booze better than that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can you give... so as you've got your hand you've kind of felt in, you felt the packet of what feels like a few little cardboard boxes. Can you give me a perception check? Perception, yeah. Let's go for a perception check, Dylan.
I am not very perceptive. 4.
4. Okay. You are sound asleep, and he beats your passive perception as well. So you feel around. You can you feel that there's a couple of boxes in there, and you're like, okay, well, it feels like the similar size to what might be a pack of cigarettes or something.
Yeah. So
You want to try and take
I'm
them?
not gonna try and take them all. As maybe take about 3 or 4 cigarettes out of the pack, maybe.
Want to try and slide it back in?
Yeah.
Okay. So give me another sleight of hand for trying to replace. You're going to put it back in the pocket, yeah?
Yeah. That would be a 1.
Right, roll. So you open up the pack, take well, how many would you have taken out? 3, did you say?
Yeah.
Yes, you've taken 3 cigarettes out, closed it, and as you're putting it back in, Dylan, you then wait. You feel that someone's touching your pocket.
Hey, what the fuck? Hey, what the fuck are you doing, man? What, you some kind of nonce or something? What the fuck are you doing touching me in my sleep?
Nonce.
The fuck are you doing touching me in my sleep?
This would wake everybody.
Oh yeah, I'm yelling.
Yeah.
So
Touching me up in my fucking sleep, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Don't so stupid, man. I'm just saying if you're taking it, I don't trust you.
What do you mean you don't trust me? I just fucking met you. The fuck? I reach in my pocket and pull out the cigarette packet and notice there's a couple missing.
Mm-hmm.
So what? You're stealing from a motherfucker now. Either you're a nonce or you're a fucking thief. What the fuck are we doing letting you stay in this building?
Yeah, well, Luke's saying you've been taking alcohol, hiding alcohol from everyone.
Luke said,
I'll
what
tell you,
the
you can't be
fuck
trusted.
is he talking about? At this point, I've stood up and I've got my knife out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I say you reach his knife, I reach my helmet. Because I got my tool belt, which is around my thing.
Guys, we all just calm down for a
Hey,
second.
you say calm down, he ain't touching you up in your fucking sleep, is he?
Man, you got some issues if you think I'm touching you.
You got issues touching a fucking man while he's sleeping. The fuck is wrong with you? This is the motherfucker that's supposed to be guarding us?
Where was
God,
Luke?
these guys are
through
not so
this?
bothered about you, to be honest.
Where was Luke during this?
Luke's outside on watch. I just came in, got to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom and touch a man up. You finished copping a feel now? You finished stealing some shit? Hey, give me these cigarettes back that you fucking took. Piece of shit.
I'll throw them back in his chest. Oh, there you go.
Hey, you ever touch me again, I'll cut your fucking throat while you're sleeping.
Yeah, whatever.
Try me.
I mean, maybe one of these days I will.
And with that, I sit back down.
Yeah,
I'm going back to bed.
I'll go back to Luke.
I'm gonna have sat up and just kind of be sat with my back against the wall for the rest of the night
Yep.
and just watching. Even though there's other people here, I'm staying up.
Yeah.
What was all that about? I just heard a load of shouting inside.
Nah, well, after what you said, I tried to see if Dylan had taken anything. Found he had some cigarettes on him. Thought I might, take a couple for us while we're on watch. But, he woke up while I was doing it. Wasn't very happy to say the least.
Oh shit.
Nah, it is what it is. I think
Yeah, I
you're right,
think
though. I don't trust him. I mean, I guess my actions aren't that much better, but I don't trust him.
I think he's all mouth, to be fair, because when we were in that situation earlier, he was staying back, kind of staying out the whole situation.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, you and Beth, you came to help. He was just hanging back, wasn't involved. I think he raised our mouth. He's got some issues, though. Claiming I was touching him up. Definitely got issues. And with that, I think that's me done. I don't know if
Yep.
Luke has anything else.
Cool. So you guys make your way back inside to wake up the last two for their watch, noting that Lieutenant Graves is still awake and watching as you come back in.
I'm just watching him like a hawk until he lies down.
Mm-hmm.
I go and wake Matthew. I nod at Soldier Boy and go to sleep.
As I get woken up, I kind of like shiver because of the cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very, very cold, isn't it? Like,
I think it's that window that's still open.
we're all gonna get sick unless we.
Do you want me to make you a brew? I'll just stand up and walk towards the kitchen.
Please.
I mean, if only we had some carpets in here, we could board it up.
I mean, it's the difference between bordering it up with planks because wind will still get through. Not that
It might help a bit.
Not that I'm telling you that this is what I do for a living and kind of know what I'm on about, but well, what I just said. Now, anyway, do you wanna get some rest and I'll wake you up in the morning.
Yeah, I'll get some rest and I can cook something in the morning if you want.
It's fine. I'll cook for myself.
It was a one-off. That was.
And I kind of just ignore. Don't say any more on the mat and just kind of ignore it and then head outside. Yeah.
So it's you and Matt.
Yep.
I'll walk back out. I'll walk out with a couple of cups of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Literally build a strength with about 3 sugars in probably, and then nod and just walk back in.
We do have lots
Stay
of
slightly
sugar
cold.
and we do have PG tips. Not Yorkshire tea.
Not Yorkshire
unfortunately.
tea. You didn't roll high enough for
Not
Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea.
Fuck's sake.
We need to go into the shop to get some bags. As I sit down, I kind of just gesture to Matt. So, what is John always been like that as long as you've known him?
I mean, I've only known him a couple of days, but I haven't seen him like that, no. I just think didn't just really rub him up the wrong way.
I mean,
But
Didn't-
yeah,
don't know what happened, but you don't go
nah.
through the pockets of someone you're supposed to be sharing a.
It doesn't exactly put both of us in a good light, does it?
I mean, you haven't stolen anything, have you?
No, of course not.
In the past?
I mean, spending 4 years living on the streets, you kind of got to do what you got to do sometimes.
That's fair. How did you? Were you at the camp?
No, they don't bother about picking up people like me. They just leave us out there.
How did you bump into John
It
and
just happened.
Susie?
He just happened to stumble across me on his way down. That group were walking down from the camp, and I just decided to tag along. To be honest,
You know what? It's actually warmer outside than it is inside.
yeah, I mean, isn't it? Fucking freezing in there.
I think we need to move. I don't know. And I kind of sip the cup of tea that Lieutenant's brought out.
Mm-hmm. Can you, again, perception checks, either one each or advantage for one of you?
I got a 7.
I got an 18.
Nice. So as you kind of have the conversation, you finish up and you're sipping and staring out, Matt, you kind of follow Beth's eye line, and as you're like looking out over, because you're slightly elevated, I suppose, from the rest of Winslow, so you can see out and Milton Keynes. For those that don't know about how wonderful Milton Keynes is, it's pretty flat. So you can see quite far, and you can see the Winslow town. You can see a bit of commotion around as the sun's starting to kind of break through and come up. And as you're kind of just sitting back, having a little breath, you swear you could hear vehicles moving, or at least a vehicle moving, coming down the road that you guys would have come down, maybe into the town. Not going fast, doesn't sound like it's not speeding at all, and that's why it's like you just pick it up. It's almost this, like you hear the slow tire creep of a vehicle that's just driving pacing. Like, oh, that definitely sounds like a car or some sort of vehicle making its way into town.
Yeah, Beth, you're gonna have to keep her eyes open. I swear I could hear something pulling into the town then. Doesn't sound like the other cars earlier with speeding through. It sounds very much like someone stopping off here.
Could it be the military? Maybe they heard the lieutenant's calls. And I kind of is the lieutenant inside?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of go inside, and if he's still awake, I'm gonna kind of gesture for him to come to the door. To kind of discuss it with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stand up, walk over. Everything okay?
Matt here says he heard a vehicle. Could it be some of your army friends?
Give me a second. I'll head to my bag and pick out the radio that I've just been kind of turning off and on because I've got no way to charge it.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of turn it on quietly. I'm just trying to stay quiet so I'm not waking everybody up.
Yep.
Step outside and turn it on and just try and listen in. See if there's any chatter.
Yep, so as you turn it on and you hear the crackle, you don't hear anything coming through on the radio bandwidth. But again, you remember that these were base radios, so they linked back to one central point radio. So flicking out to try and find other bands is going to be more difficult. But you're not getting anything from that at the moment.
Why don't you guys just head inside? I'll just keep an eye on it if anything goes around the front.
We're a march though.
If they're going as slowly as you say, we don't want to draw any extra attention to ourselves, do we?
Good point. And I'll kind of go in and just kind of sit on my sofa. But I stay awake, just keeping an ear out, keeping an eye out.
As you go inside, why don't you put the kettle on, Beth? I'll be back in for a coffee in a minute.
No, we don't have any coffee.
Well, surprise me then.
Wake up Luke and get him to cook his own pot.
Okay. So I'll go into the kitchen, but I'll kind of open it slowly because obviously Susie's in there.
No, she's in the room, back room. The other one, back room.
Oh, the back room.
Yeah.
Okay, so not in the kind of kitchen area.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go into the kitchen. Wait, is the back room connected to the kitchen area?
No, they're two separate doors on the same partition, split almost down the middle. The left-hand side is the kitchen, right-hand side is the...
As I'm kind of walking past, then I'll put an ear to the door just to see if there's any movement.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm scared that the same thing may happen again with people rising from nothing.
Roll a perception check.
Proper Jesus, isn't it? 17.
Your face gets ripped off. You listen in, and you can hear a little bit of movement inside the storeroom. Just sounds like rattling around, and almost if you were listening, it sounds like someone's just kind of sat up shuffling, kind of not running around, but moving around in there. Whether they're just waking up or who knows. But it sounds like you can definitely hear that Susie's probably awake.
I'll leave it then, and I'll go get them. The lieutenant, as kind of mentioned, that's kind of all I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
As he heads inside, I'll start walking down towards the road.
Yep.
But trying to use the tree line so I'm off the main path.
Okay.
Just to try and keep myself hidden for anyone that drives past.
Okay, perfect. So you're making your way down. This would be as you go into the kitchen, Beth, and you're being quiet and walking around. You haven't blocked off those big windows in the hall, so the sunlight starts to come through. So for the rest of you, start to naturally stir. If Matt's gone in and woke up Luke, the rest of you start to hear movement as the morning kind of comes around. So you would essentially start waking up. So if you make your way down to the bottom, are you just gonna get to the end and just have a little peek?
Yeah, just try and keep myself hidden to see what's moving around.
Okay, cool.
Go from there, because if I've not been able to get in touch with anybody yet, then I still don't know how active the army is at the moment.
Perfect. So, coming down the road, the pathway should be okay. So, if you give me I was say sleight of hand. It's not sleight of hand. Give me a stealth check and then what's the word?
Perception.
No,
Stealth
perception
and-
after.
Sneak.
Sneak. Is it sneak? Is that what the characteristic is?
Oh, stealth.
Stealth.
Oh, it's stealth.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought it was
stealth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me a stealth check for trying to kind of remain out of sight and just blend down, and then
So 16 on the stealth.
perfect, and then a perception for kind of having a little peek up over the fence.
13 for
13.
perception.
So as you're kind of looking, you get down to the bottom, and you feel like did it pretty well. Kept to the tree line, but you weren't overly trying to. It's not like you were trying to bloody Tom Clancy Splinter Cell stealth through a bush, but you feel like you kept yourself quiet at least as you're walking down. You get to the end, you kind of peek over left and right, and just as you peek left towards where the main road was, you catch the back of a green vehicle that looks very much like one of your kind of army Humvees that you had at the base.
Okay. I'll still try and stay kind of within the tree line, within the basement, within like the base itself, and just kind of walk towards where it is, because I'm just trying to listen out for voices to see if it would be military-like.
It was driving,
before-
sorry, you caught the back of it as it.
Oh,
you
it was
heard-
driving.
Yeah, so it's gone into the town. Into the town the same way you guys would have gone into the town.
Okay.
So you can hear, and it's kind of slow creeping through. Again, the same sort of slow tire tread sound. You can't really hear the engine that much. They're just creeping through down the road, creeping around into the town. There's no, it sounds to you like they're probably trying to make as little noise as possible, and then there's no rush to kind of speed through and get out. They're just maybe observing, patrolling around.
Okay.
But you catch just the back, and you're like, oh, I do recognise that.
I'll head out the gate and walk towards the town.
Okay.
My D&D senses is telling me not to do this, but I'm going to walk towards the town.
You get shot in the face. Back to the house. Everyone's kind of awaking. Anyone like to do anything on knowing that you've kind of seen some information, gone back to make teas and breakfast?
While everyone's getting up and shit, I make eye contact with Luke. As I do it, I reach into my bag, pull out one of the small bottles of rum, and take a swig without breaking eye contact.
Nice.
And then I put it back in my bag and just sit down again.
Breakfast rum.
I
I'll just give him a bit of a death stare.
I noticed this and I look at Luke and I sort of nodded him as if like say, yeah, you're right. But then I also sort of say to the group, I apologise to the group for the incident last night, for waking everyone. And I make a half-hearted apology to Dylan for taking the cigarettes.
Don't nobody give a shit about your apology, man.
Yeah, well, wasn't the best thing to do, but you pissed me off with your attitude, especially towards Susie and everyone. But still wasn't a cool thing to do, so yeah, I'm sorry, I guess.
Hey, whatever, man. Just don't fucking touch me again.
Yeah. And also at this point, I sort of say, did anybody else say anything last night? I mean, I heard movement in the town. I couldn't tell what it was, but I heard some things banging and crashing over.
So yeah, there was a vehicle moving into town on our shift.
A vehicle?
Yeah.
What kind of vehicle?
I couldn't see anything. I just heard in the distance. It was very slow moving. It weren't like it was passing through. So the lieutenant,
like they were looking for something. You think?
possibly. We grabbed the lieutenant and he decided to stay out there to keep watch.
Oh,
So-
he's out there now, is he?
So yeah, he's out there now.
Should we go as well?
At this point, I go to the door
I mean, I assume he's
to
just outside.
check on the lieutenant to say that to tell him let him know what I'd said as well as what Matthew and Beth had.
Yep.
I noticed he's not there, and I sort of shout back in. He said, "You sure he's outside? I can't see him."
At the same time, you hear a bang from the back room, the one that Susie was in, always in.
What was that?
Just
I-
it sounds bang, like something being hit or knocked or like that.
I sort of say shit, and I sort of shout, "Susie, you okay?"
And you just give up.
But I'm guessing I'm quite away from it,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm guessing that's a bit closer.
I heard lots of shuffling when I went to go make a cup of tea on my shift.
What do you mean shuffling? From outside?
No, from Susie's room.
I just stand ready with my knife out again.
So the door opens wide, and Susie stood there. She goes, "Fuck, fuck." Sorry, boys. I just,
You right, Suze?
yeah,
Okay.
there's no lights in here. I've just fucking tripped up, like fucking bashed my head. But like, morning all. I had a little ruckus
You had
last
us
night.
worried there.
Yeah, I'm kind of like,
And she looks up and just sees
Thinking
Dylan
'cause
with the
she
knife
was
out,
injured.
Like, cool.
I was like, Dylan, put that away. She's fine. It's just banged at knee. But at this point, I'm kind of because she's injured, right, from the incident.
Mm-hmm.
For like a half a second, I'm like, maybe he's right. Maybe we should be a bit more wary.
I put my knife away and have a disappointed look on my face.
Perfect. Okay, so back to Lieutenant Graves. So you've made your way down, and as we've gone through before, so the gate, as you come down the road, you've got the gate. You would turn left, and you kind of the immediate right is into town, and then if you went and followed it round to the left, takes you onto the main road out of Winslow. So you kind of would come up to the entranceway that you saw the van driving down, or the car driving down.
I'm just gonna walk down, kind of make sure that my gun's off its safety just in case. And just walk into town. Try and catch up. I'm not trying to like run after the van, but just kind of walk up and see who it is. I'm not trying to do it stealthily or anything like that.
Okay. Cool. So you make your way down the pathway. Okay, I'll throw back to the house guys in case there's anything you want to do, else we'll carry on with.
I want to ask Luke if he'd make some breakfast with a ration.
Yep.
Yeah, I can make some breakfast. Yeah.
That's great.
John, did you say the lieutenant weren't outside?
Yeah. He wasn't by the door. He wasn't sitting on the seats. That were out there.
I mean,
It might just be checking around the area, I guess. As a soldier, right?
yeah, but still, we should probably go and check, shouldn't we?
Well, I guess so. But so I say, look, I hold that thought, and I guess me and Matt just go look around, just around the outside of the building, see if we can see him.
Cool. So yeah, so you pop outside. There's no signs of the lieutenant. Can't see him anywhere around the building.
Do we see or hear anything else?
You wouldn't from where you are now. No. He's just gone.
He's not here. I can't see him. Can you?
No, not anywhere. Like, he's gone into town. Do you reckon he's heard that same vehicle and gone after it?
On his own? Without saying anything?
I mean, he was adamant he wanted to go to town last night, wasn't he? In the pitch black. So I wouldn't put it past him heading there on his own. He told me and Beth to go back inside.
On your watch?
Yeah.
I mean, that's strange behaviour from a soldier. You'd think he'd be a bit more disciplined and a bit more of a team focus. Letting people know at least.
Yeah, this isn't good. I think we need to tell the others. We need to
Yeah.
get out and try and find him.
Yeah. So we kind of rush back in the building and say that he's not there. We can't see him.
Okay, cool. So have a think about what you guys will be doing. So as you're approaching, coming down the road, Lieutenant Grace, as you see the shop, you're getting up towards where the corner shop was that you went into, whatever it was, 2 nights ago. You see parked up on the corner is the green Humvee. Can you give me a perception check, please?
That is 3.
3. You see the green Humvee. Cool. So you see it parked up, in the road. That's it. So on the next crux section is where you see the vehicle parked up.
Okay. I'll cross over, so I'm on the right side of the road where the Humvee is stopped. All I'm basically looking for is kind of army greens, that would match it, or whether it's been stolen by someone else, whether it was kind of maybe in the melee of getting out of the base.
Yep.
Whether someone else has taken it.
Okay. So as you from where you are now, you don't see, so you're gonna have to get closer to see. So you say you want to be on the same side as the road, or
the same side as the road? Same side as the road.
So you'll be coming up. You'll be passing now the corner shop, coming to the essentially the back of the Humvee now.
I'll take a cigarette out and light it and carry on walking towards.
Okay, cool.
Just walking towards it until I notice something.
You get to the corner. So you'll have to. You're essentially just going to walk out, aren't you? From where you are. You wouldn't. All you can see from this corner. So you've got the corner shop on your left. You've got the car in front of you. You can't see anything to the right. So you're assuming it's round the corner towards where the garage is.
Where I presume it is, I'll just kind of, when I feel like I'm getting close, if I can't see it, I'll just have my hand on my pistol as I walk around the corner. Okay,
cool. So as you, let's put one of that because you. So as you walk around the corner, you hear a voice shout. As you peek round, you see there's. Give me a perception check. See what you see around the car.
17.
17, good. So you see, let me get up the information I need. Perfect. You see 2 soldiers. One who's crouched down in front of a body, and one who's on the left who is pointing a 3-burst machine rifle at you. Just shouts, "Identify yourself!"
Take my hand off my weapon. Still have my cigarette in the other hand as I hold up. Kind of just arms aside, not threatening. Just be like, "Lieutenant Graves, I was based at the army camp when I was told to leave.
Fuck.
I've got my tent with me, but I've had nothing since."
Okay, perfect. And what you notice in front of you, the 2 are in same army greens as you, so you surmise they've come from that base as well and not stolen the uniforms. Greaves, you say?
Graves.
Graves. Come here. Good to see you. Where have you been held up for the night?
Last couple of nights we've been at a school just outside of town.
We've other members of the forces, or?
No, just civilians that were in the tent that I was watching over.
Okay.
My fellow lieutenant basically told me to get out with the people that were in the tent I was looking at. So
yes.
That's where we are.
Perfect. Well, sorry, I am Captain Garrison, Danny Garrison, and we are just out patrolling to see who we can find. So you got out with the buses?
We got out with a minibus. We had a bit of an accident on the way, so it's not active anymore. Okay. If you've come from that way in town, You've probably just seen us.
Okay, perfect. And how many of you managed to get out?
So at that point there was, let me just think, like 5 or 6 of us.
Okay.
And there's been a couple of others that people have met yesterday. I spent yesterday trying to get hold of the base further south. But all I've got is the CB radio from the camp, so
yes.
Aside from getting there, it's difficult.
So he goes, and what you notice, the other soldier is a young lady. So he shouts over, "Private Shepherd, throws your radio," and she passes it over, and he goes, "Take this. This will put you in direct contact with us. We're trying to establish as much of a network as possible. We got out at the same time as you guys. We managed to get out in the vehicle. We were lucky enough, but the base has been lost as it stands. I mean, have you seen what we're up against?"
I've been told a bit of a story. I was going to come down and have a look at someone. They had a bit of a scuffle
Yes.
with somebody yesterday about. They were talking about reanimation. Just kind of start reaching for my book that I was talking to Susie with about.
So as you as you look out, you see that Private Shepherd is lining up the bodies, and you can see that they are like human bodies, but just completely battered, bruised, mangled. Bits of like head caved in, ears off. It's a proper savage sight, and the smell that's starting to come off them now is pretty gruesome. But no movement; they're just bodies that have been kind of pulled out and lined up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Well, you've done great to get these guys out. We're looking for as many of these survivor pockets as possible. But our main objective is to get back to the Buckingham site to try and restore some order. There are certain equipment there that we have been told is incredibly important to get out of the site. So we are just kind of trying to round up as many officers as we can and make sure we're securing down civilians before we make our way back to try and essentially recon the site and check that whether we can get ownership of it again. So are you with? Have you got any A1s with you? Oh, and from I just realised you weren't here last week. So from this, from the stamping process of coming in, that everybody was told to, when they were evacuated, to bring their tools if they had any labour skills, or to bring any kind of med packs if they were doctors. Bring your labour requirements up, and everyone was given a stamp with the rank on it. As soldiers, you will get B2s. You know that any healers and medical professions were given A1s, and the scale goes down to F6s, who are deemed kind of essentially useless workforce. So he goes, do you have any A1s with you? We're desperately looking to kind of round up and secure the doctors.
None that I'm aware of here. We've got a couple of general labourers, a chef with questionable cooking skills, if I'm honest, and yeah, I've not really had a chance to speak to the other people that are down there to learn more about them. There was somebody who we met yesterday, or who the group met yesterday, who does have kind of a lot of. She's been taking notes and keeping notes of what's been going on. So I presume that she might be did look medical.
Yeah, you would presume that she would probably have been given an A1 status.
I took notes here and just kind of flicked through the pages from everything that she was talking with me about yesterday or overnight when we were keeping watch. I know that she does want to obviously, potentially speak to somebody maybe like yourself that can help with it. 'Cause like I said, it's been a strange couple of days. Just been out of contact with everybody.
Perfect. Whilst this is going on, that's probably enough time. Those back at the school, sorry. What would you like to do?
So I'm going to be making my own breakfast, which reminds me to remove one ration from the thing.
With the rest, do people regain hit points for the last?
Yes, sorry. So you would have taken a long rest.
I'm not, but I think Matthew.
Yes, you would have. We won't say that.
Oh no, I healed myself my second wind anyway.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
But I get my second wind back after the rest of
back
them.
after long rest, yeah. So you would have taken a long rest.
I think I get it from short or long, so.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, so either way I get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and then you'll all have to take off a ration, unless Luke's gonna cook up a storm and try and save you guys some rations.
I mean, it's about what you want to eat first before we go and look for him, or we're gonna go and look for him.
We probably should eat something because it's probably going to be a long day.
Hey Luke, do your best.
So
I pass the ration over to Luke.
I pass the ration over as well.
I very clearly do not. I sit in the corner with my ration.
Cool.
And rum.
And rum, yeah. Yeah, rum for breakfast.
I go
so, Chef, how many rations are you putting in?
I'll put one of my own in as well. So 3.
3 rations. Okay, give me a D100.
$28.
Oh God.
I love it. Just above where I was fucking putting it on. Okay, so you're in the kitchen with the rations, and buoyed with the success of the previous night, where you followed instructions and managed to create more meals for everyone, you completely ignore that practice and go back to the original one. So those 3 rations you have become 2 rations. You managed to boil away a whole meal in the process of trying to add some flamboyance to breakfast.
Can I not tell them that I put an extra ration in?
What? So you just serve it back to those 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can if you want. And then you'll have to take another ration from your own pack for yourself.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yep. Cool. So you present the meal.
Do I see the black smoke from the town?
Do we notice anything's off about the cooking?
No, I mean they are just ration packs, so he's just it's food.
So we
it's
wouldn't
edible
we
food.
wouldn't know he's fucked it up.
You wouldn't necessarily know he's fucked up, no, because he wouldn't. If he was trying to create more of it though. You gave him a ration pack. You got back a meal.
Cheers, Luke.
Cheers,
It's
Luke.
an edible meal.
I don't get what all the fuss is about.
I know, I don't know what they're on about.
Yeah, don't listen to them. You can cook, mate. It's fine.
Yeah. What do they?
I mean, I'm not going to complain about any food, so don't worry about that.
That's true.
They're probably used to this Tory stuff.
like quail scotch eggs.
legs in. Perfect. So, having food, were you staying? Were you making your way down to town? What did you guys want to do before we go back to?
I'll go to town to look for soldiers.
Yeah, I'll go with John as well.
I'll also go with.
Dylan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll tag along. But I make sure Luke and John are in front of me at all times.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
You're always like hanging at the back, don't you?
I'm assuming Susie comes with as well.
Susie's going to stay back with Starbuck.
Okay.
Just to make sure someone's at the base, and she wants to collect some more of her notes. And she's assuming that you guys will go back into town at some point. No, you're right. She will come with because she wants to look at the police. Change her mind. She will come with. Perfect. So you guys make your way down. How are you just going to wander down the road, wander into town?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll slowly. Do we know roughly where the car stopped?
I don't know if
Probably
it'd
You
be
wouldn't have seen it. No.
slowly.
You
'Cause
just
I think
heard
we're
the
looking
car
for
last
him.
night, and then you know that you heard the car, and then Graves went off.
So we didn't see its lights or anything.
Would we be going slowly, or would we be kind of walking a bit faster to try and find him? Because he's, as far as we know, he's gone missing.
I think
What does everyone else think?
we'll go slowly because we want to find him. We want to search. We're looking for him basically, so we don't want to rush it just in case we miss
Okay,
him.
makes
And then
sense.
we'll tell Starbuck who's staying behind
Mm-hmm.
if he comes back. We've gone searching for him.
Makes sense.
Perfect. So you guys make your way down and then around into town. So back to Graves. So you're having the conversation with Captain Garrison, and you've gone through the bodies. So essentially, he'll be picking up and saying, he told you your plan. Their plan is to try and round up as many of the kind of armed forces that scattered, and they're going to make their way back to the Buckingham site to try and get hold of it. He's thrown you a radio that lets you stay in contact with him on short radio. Your radio isn't is the base radio, so you can keep hold of it if you want, or you can give it to him. It's kind of up to you.
I'll keep hold of it for now.
Perfect. So, Lieutenant Graves, if you could, I think it's gonna be best if we're trying to station some kind of what's the right term for it? More capable people with the groups of civilians. We will be trying to move all civilians at some point. So if you think that you've got a secure kind of base of operations here, I would definitely stick with it, and we will give you the call when we think it's safe for you to bring the guys back to Buckingham. Do you think you can manage that for a couple of days?
No, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Okay, just need to secure it a little bit more, but it's far enough away from the road that hey, you missed us.
Okay, perfect.
With a smile on my face.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to work out as much as possible what we are even up against. We're getting some eyewitness accounts, and it's kind of unbelievable. But if it's a human threat, at least we know we can deal with it. We are resource light. We're going to need to go into the base as strong as we can. And as you kind of hearing that, around the bottom of the road, You guys would kind of start walking up, and you will see the army truck parked at the end. That's everyone else that's not with Lieutenant Graves.
One last thing, I've not had to use it yet, but if we're dealing against something there, I've only got 15 rounds for this. Is there anything that, I know you said you lied, but is there anything else?
We are incredibly
Maybe it's just another magazine.
No, and like I say, there's one, you notice that on Private Shepherd that she only has a sidearm. He's like, that's the one thing we're looking for, is as many guns as we can get our hands on, to be fair. We are light. Everyone's scrambled from the base on the call, and no one managed to get, from what we've seen so far, much out. So much of our push to get back into Buckingham is to get back the resources. Yeah, there's a lot of ammunition and artillery in that base, a lot of army-owned equipment that is currently unguarded. So that is our number one priority at the moment.
How's like the surrounding areas looking? Obviously, it's just still an emergency broadcast over regular radios and things. Like, are people going crazy and looting everywhere, or what should we be looking out for?
We've got absolutely no signs at the moment. We've had no contact, same as you. So we are out on foot patrolling, or in vehicle, to try and find as many as possible. From the 2 towns we've passed through, there's a few civilians held up in areas. There's not a lot of armed personnel knocking around. But yeah, you can't get out. Those dual carriageways are blocked. They are not moving out standstill. And we got reports last night that the power grid started to fail. So street lights are going up. Yeah, it's not going to be good. So we need to get back into the Bletchley camp as possible. We know there's generators there, so we can start at least providing power. But yeah, it's not looking good so far. We haven't had anything come online from base yet.
Is there a B&Q around?
There will be, but back towards the main town, which is where we've just taken everyone from, into actual Milton Keynes itself.
Okay. I'll have to try and think and put together something from a hardware store just to see if I can get a generator for when it does fail down.
Yes. Well, we're hoping we'll be able to get some generators out as well, but our best estimation is a couple of days, and we should be having you all back at the Buckingham site, and you won't need a generator. But there are ample little stores and hardware stores across all these little towns here, so I would definitely try and get the guys out, try and keep the civs up on morale.
I know it should only be a couple of days, but the more I can do to keep everyone relaxed, the better it'll be.
No, definitely, you certainly got the right idea. But yeah, that's all we need. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't give you any ammunition. We're going to need it as much as possible for the recon. If anything, hearing you've only got 15 is a bit of a shame, because I was going to try and pillage some of yours.
No, it's alright. It's all I've got, and I'm kind of using it as a last resort.
No.
I'll kind of kneel down to one of the bodies.
Yep.
Going off Susie's explanations of like the eyes changing colour in the skin. Like, I'm not a medical person, but I just wanted to kind of cross the I's and dot the T's, so to speak, just match up what she's explained.
Cool. So if you give me a medical check, we'll then flip back to the rest of you guys as you're coming. You've kind of come round out the gate, you've gone onto the main high street, peeked round, and you can clearly see right out front of where you had that fight yesterday is a green army Humvee parked up.
At this point, because of what happened yesterday and what I heard during the night, I have my hammer out already, so I was ready in case. But also, I'm thinking, after I process stuff, after killing those zombies or whatever they were, some kind of like, not proud as such, but some kind of accomplishment. And I find like a nail in my pocket that from when we looted the wood and from the garage, and I start putting make some notches in the handle of my hammer. I don't say anything to anybody while I'm doing it, but I just see that as we're walking down.
Cool. Anyone else?
11 on the roll.
Are the soldiers inside of the Humvee?
No.
I want to search the Humvee.
You're making your way up to the Humvee now, so you're not quite approached it yet.
Well, if the soldiers can't see it, or haven't got a line of sight, then I want to search it.
So you, what's the best way of showing you on there? So as you imagine where I don't want to get the map up, where the intersection is, they're just round the corner. So if you were to walk up to the Humvee, that's when you'd see them. From where you're coming up the main highway now, you can see the Humvee, and the garage was off to the left. So when you get, that's the same reason that Lieutenant Graves, when he came around the corner, I didn't see him until he got around the corner, because they're sat on where Sol's body was. Where those bodies are pulled out, that's where the guys are. They've parked the car up in the intersection, so you could have to come up to it. So yeah, if you wanted to get in, it'd be a case of when you all approach, you kind of rolling a stealth check to peel off and try and see what you can take from the Humvee.
If the others walk up and go straight towards the soldiers, then I'll do that. If they don't, then I'll carry on with them.
Okay.
I'll go straight towards the soldiers. Do I recognise
Yeah,
Lieutenant Graves?
Yeah, so you come
I
around the
see,
corner,
okay.
and at the same time, when you pop round, Lieutenant Graves, you see the back of Lieutenant Graves as he's bent down towards the bodies.
Lieutenant Graves.
Whoa! Graves, are these yours?
Would appear so. Sorry, Captain.
Looking for you because you disappeared.
I saw the back of the green Humvee and figured I'd try and catch up with them quicker in case they were disappearing through town.
Got you.
Are these...
I'm just trying to make contact, and luckily I have shake the new radio.
Are these your friends?
Yeah, so they were based at the same base as me. The one that got run over. So we were just kind of discussing what the plans were afterwards.
So, are you going with them? Are they staying with us?
No, I'm here to stay with you and make sure that you guys are safe. We're still going to try and work and make sure that school's as comfortable as possible.
Do they know why the streetlights weren't working yesterday?
Yeah.
That's
So
what we're gonna work on.
Captain Garrison will step in and almost give the same speech that he just gave to Graves to say, look, this is what the plan is, this is what they know so far, which is that the base was lost, that they will be making their way back to the base in an effort to secure the base. The reason that the streetlights are going down is because the power grid is starting to go down, but there are generators at the base, and they're confident that they'll be able to get back ownership of the Buckingham base, and you are to kind of stay with Lieutenant Graves until he can safely escort you back there, and all will be well. And if you're at this time when they're having the speech, Dylan, if you are wanting to do that, then roll a stealth check.
Yeah, so while they're distracting the soldiers, I am going to search this fucking Humvee.
Yeah, so give me a stealth check first, and then an investigation check.
Stealth is 16.
Okay.
Can I roll a perception, because I'll be keeping an eye on what's going on? I'm trying to keep him on side.
Mm-hmm.
But
Investigation is -2.
So no. So you get.
So I got 17.
Okay, cool. So as you peek back, you notice that Dylan isn't part of that group that stood there. Graves. So you're like,
Just hang on with me a minute, Captain. I'll just walk past everyone and just head towards the back of the van.
okay. And as you're there, so you've got round, you've as stealthily as you can to the back of the Humvee. You ping one door, it doesn't open. You ping the back side door. You ping the passenger side door, it doesn't open. Oh, so it would be the driver's side door. It doesn't open. They've locked the car when they've got out, and there's nothing visibly on this side that you can open, unhatch, latch. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake. So you've managed to get away, but no spoils, unfortunately, on the side of the vehicle.
In that case, I casually stroll up to the rest of the group as if nothing's happened.
You, my friend, are far too predictable.
Fuck off, soldier boy.
So,
Let's get
Captain,
back over here, my man.
so you said that the lights were out, and we can see that, but why? Shouldn't there be power? No.
Yes, there will be power, and I have to admit I'm not an expert on how the power grid is set up and works around this area, but the fail-safes will usually push power towards the main cities. So
But
you
why-
may lose
why
power
the
over the coming
fail-safes?
days across all lights. So the street lights will be the first to go as unnecessary, and then from that you'll start to lose further services.
But why? It's just a pandemic. It's not a. What, are we at war?
As far as we know, we are not at war, no. But the power grid going down is one of the signs that may be compromised somewhere along the lines. We don't 100% sure what's going on, and we cannot get hold of further command. But right now, your safety and the safety of others that hold up around this area is our number one concern, to get you back to the Buckingham site, where we have power, where we have food, and we have protection.
Why did you use the word compromised? Are you? Can I do an insight check or something to see whether he's like not letting on everything he knows?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
An 8. No, it seems straight there. And as a kind of, you wouldn't have ever really had to deal with a member of the armed forces, and therefore you feel it's about as straight as it could be.
Straight as an arrow.
Straight as an arrow.
I asked you said the base was lost. Lost to what?
Well, actually, and he kind of gestures over to the bodies. It sounds like you guys might be able to help us with that. We're trying to build a case of what it is exactly that is going on. We thought it was serious cases of looting, as I'm sure Lieutenant Grace would have said. We were not briefed fully on what the attack might be, but it is a human threat, and that's all we're worrying about now is how to kind of quell the human threat and keep those that aren't attacking as safe as possible.
Why would we want to go with you to that Buckingham site? You say you want to keep us safe, but you couldn't keep the last camp we were at safe, could you?
Well, we've left communications with Lieutenant Graves, and we will contact you when it's safe for you to come back. We're not asking you to come with us now.
Well, you thought it was safe to round us all up at that first camp the first time, didn't you? Why should we trust a fucking word you'll say?
What?
Hey, Dylan, man, I've kept you safe so far. At the end of the day, it's an option for it. At this point, from what I gather with what's going on around, it's likely not to be you must go to this camp. Like, you can come and stay safe within the group here, but being completely honest with you, my dude, if you don't want to head back to it when it's there, you don't have to.
Hey, just remember, we've kept you as safe as you've kept us. You wasn't with us when we fought these things.
And I thank you for that.
I hate to say it, but Dylan's got a point.
And also, you let Dylan drive, which is the reason we're stuck here to begin with.
We're still safe. We're far enough away from it. Mm-hmm. If you don't trust me, then you don't trust me.
You see those bodies there, right? We're far enough from it, really.
I've seen the bodies, and I'm here to keep you safe.
This is your best option. We are hoping within a matter of days to have the site back under control, where we can get you all back in, and like I say, working together is the way we're going to get through this. We're not in any way saying that the armed forces are the one solution to all, and the fact that you're working together and pitching in is a very good sign. It's going to be community based here. We will need everyone to come in, and those that have got certain skills will be asking those to lean on those to help with that build. It's definitely not a case of we're here to save the day and we're running through. This is going to be a real group effort.
And
like a prison.
Speaking of which, as well, Captain, this is Susie. She's got more in-depth notes than what I was taking when speaking to her before. Susie, this is the captain who you'll be able to share some information with.
Perfect. So the captain acknowledges Susie and notices that she's got the bandage and sends her over to Private Shepherd to come back to your medical check. You say you got 11?
Yep.
So you do note that the body you're looking at is of Sal, although you don't know it's Sal. That's who Susie had written her notes on. Mm-hmm. And you can see that, yes, whilst he was, his clothes were drenched in blood. It's all starting to kind of harden now, which is a bit off-putting, disgusting. Oh, shit. But completely drained of blood, and you noticed as Private Shepherd had been checking, the irises and the bit that's around the irises is completely kind of like a cloudy white, almost like a really, really intense cataracts behind the lights, which matches her notes completely.
Okay. And
she then has pulled out and checked the rest of the body. Whilst there's grievous wounds everywhere, the report says that this kind of character reanimated post losing pints and pints of blood with these characteristics, and then managed to fight, which is what Susie would then convey with Shepard.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Perfect. So those are going through. Susie's going to go down and we'll be checking the body as well, trying to take more notes and share with the officer as they're kind of trying to clean up the situation as much as possible. So do you guys? It sounds like Lieutenant Graves has got you held up in in a school hall of sorts. So, are you guys? Do you have everything you need for now to get safe? Is there anything that we could possibly assist you with? I remind you, we do not have any spare ammunitions. Before anybody asks, you're not trained civilians, but we can put you in the right direction of some supplies potentially. Like I say, we need to keep you safe for the next couple of days, and then communications with Lieutenant Graves will be made.
Hey, you got a crowbar?
And he kind of looks back at the garage and says, "Have you checked in there?"
Yeah.
They said they checked in there yesterday, but shit, I'm gonna go look for a crowbar real quick.
Cool.
Do you have any extra rations?
Roll a. Do we have? I don't know to put any marked out. Let me see what we can get with Private Shepherd. I'm sure there's something we can rustle together. And what she'll go to the truck before you guys leave and give you 2 days worth of rations. Just 2 days for one person.
For one person. Okay.
Per person.
No, for one person, just 2 days. They don't have a lot of rations either.
Yeah, I think we'll have a look around town to try and set up when, if the power goes, just set up for anything sooner. I think, guys, personally, we can try and look to see if we can find a generator in one of the hardware stores around. But also, we need to try and fix that window. Just like a bit of drafting, yeah?
Yeah, we need just some general supplies. Title roll, that kind of stuff. I mean, we're not animals.
Shop round the corner. We had some good cigarettes the other day.
Well, we do know as well, and we do know that further down the road is the town of Swanbourne. That definitely has some shops and amenities there. We haven't headed that far yet. We're probably going to head back up north before heading back towards the Buckingham area, doing a kind of our circumference run. Or there's Padbury, which we passed through, which we do think there's some survivors left at. If you've cleared Winslow, that is.
Yeah, we've had a like the corner shop and little bits, but there's still stuff around. We'll stay on it, I think.
Do I find a crowbar?
We'll get to the investigation check in a second. Does anyone want anything else? Because the guys will start packing up and rolling out, essentially.
What I'll do is I'll radio in the evening if you have it on at that point, just to let you know how things are going.
Yeah, that would be good. If we try evening or kind of a first dawn.
11, like 11 or midnight.
Barry's, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll collect the rations from.
Yeah, so you get the rations from Private Shepherd. You note that they leave the bodies behind as well. They're not trying to transport the bodies out, so they've kind of lined them up on the street and covered them slightly. Garrison will say to you, Graves, like, if there's any chance you can either burn or dispose of these bodies in best way you can, then please do. But that is not our priority at the moment. It's clearing the bodies. It's making sure people are held up and safe.
No, of course.
Perfect.
Main thing is they've not come back again.
Come back again.
Well, just as in, if they've come back once, would they have come back again? If these have been here yesterday, they're still dead. So.
And he looks over to Shepherd, who's kind of looking back at him with a wide eye, as if that's the first time he said that information. He's like, oh, cool. Okay.
Then I've gone through and shown him all the notes about the reanimation and stuff. Like I've been open and honest
perfect.
to him throughout. So.
Lovely.
Okay, I want the 2 rations I get. I want to give one to Luke and say, "You take this, for cooking for us all," and I'll give one to Matt. I think.
I don't need another one. I'm already keeping hold of all of. I've got all of souls and.
Oh, you've got all
adults.
those. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll hold on to this one then.
Thank you.
Perfect.
No worries.
So Shepherd and Garrison jump in their Humvee, hang a left by the garage, and just slow roll out of town as they make their way kind of north towards what would be the dual carriageway. So the time is yours. So Dylan, you've gone into the garage. It's still an absolute shambles in there, but give me an investigation check for it.
Just before I do, hey lads, anyone want to give me a hand in here? I think I might need the advantage.
Now go on and help.
Looking for friends. How many friends have you made?
After they roll off, I'll go in and help as well because I want to look for something specific.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll go and look. So do you want help or am I looking for the stuff?
I just wanted to help, that's all.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I
you're
guess
friends
I owe
then?
that. No, we're not friends, but I guess I owe him something for last night.
Okay, so what we'll have is, so if you remember, there's the garage there. There's your corner shop, which you've done. There's another shop you've not looked at. There's what looked like a cafe, what looked like some sort of veterinary service, as all buildings that could be investigated. So if you have a think about specific things you may want to investigate, we'll take a quick break now. I'll get the map set up, and then we'll come back to go through the life. Okay, so the town as it lies. So our army friends shot off past the garage. You've got the garage with the garage door open here that you guys will go and check. You had what you had looked at in the last session as being some sort of kind of like temporary veterinary homestead. You had a cafe, which you haven't touched yet. The corner shop, which you've been in and raided. You had another shop here that you've not really looked at on this small little block. And then I think it was this residential block you did go in and loot, but this one you hadn't. And this was the one that you had seen lights in the first night.
Can I just ask, if we've been in a building and looked already,
Yep.
does that mean everything in that building's possibly gone, or is there still like stuff in there? Okay.
Yeah, otherwise you could just keep going into buildings and keep searching forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking.
Doesn't bode well for this crowbar check.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've already searched.
No, I
the
don't think you
garage,
did. You
then
didn't
we're
really.
probably-
Well, you didn't. You checked. So again, this is the other point to go for. So if you just go into a building and check, we'll roll an investigation check, and I'll probably take it from a random table as to what you find based on what might likely be in there. If you're looking for a crowbar, then your investigation check. Of course, if you go, I'm looking for a crowbar, and you're in a bedroom, probably not going to happen, right? But if you're going in looking for specific items, then we can base the investigation check more around finding that specific or similar things to that specific item. But if you're just in a house saying that I just want to find, I want to see what's about, what could be useful. It's a bit like when you took the sofa. That was just a bit of a flavour one. If you're looking for bedding, I'm not going to roll an investigation check, because if you walk into a bedroom and can't see a duvet and pillows on the bed,
Open your eyes.
I think you might be right. So yeah, that's how we do it. So that's what I'm saying. If you're going into certain areas and it's a garage or it's a cafe or then the more you flavour what you're looking for in an investigation check, the higher chance that if you roll well, that's what you'll find. Based on if you just go in and you're like, cool, I just want to find some stuff, I can roll more for a random table.
Okay.
Cool. Am I rolling with advantage then with Burns' help or with John's help?
What's your
we've
help?
been rolling. Yeah, I said I went.
Yeah.
Before, are we going in just us two?
I said I was going to go in, but to look for something else specific, or a couple of specific things.
And the others going elsewhere.
Oh, we're just wait outside, I guess, for you guys to come back out.
Yeah. Well, before we go in, I'll just sort of kind of whisper to Luke and Matthew that I'd say I'm going to keep an eye on him when he's in there.
Good shout. Good shout.
I guess
So you go in.
go in and look.
So Susie's going to stay with the bodies and actually try and do a little bit more of a kind of thorough investigation and medical check on what's happened with the bodies. So you get roll with advantage, Dylan.
Sweet. Okay. 15.
50, fucking hell. 50, yep. So you route around as you go towards the back. There's a lot of the, as you saw the day before, a lot of the garages kind of tipped and turned, a lot of the shelves are pushed over. You make your way to the back where there's like the wall of the tools and the tool cart, and as you shift that to the side, you do find in there just a kind of torso-sized blue crowbar.
Yep, I'm taking that.
Can I make a perception check on Dylan, see if he's up to no good or anything? If I notice anything else?
Well, what you're looking for, I don't think he's not stealthily hiding it. If you're there to help him, you'd both be looking for it, and
Okay.
he finds it. He's not like shut up. You can't really pocket a crowbar. I sleight of hand the crowbar down my trousers. I'm walking incredibly straightly.
It's my bag of holding.
Is that a crowbar? You just
crowbar
happen to see me.
So crowbars, you could just use them as a blunt weapon if you wanted, but they also give you advantage on strength checks.
Yeah, I'm going to use it to break into the other shop across the street once we're done in here.
Cool. Anyone else want to check for anything else?
I want, like,
check see if the weapons that Sol and Abdul had before are still lying around. So that we didn't pick them up last time.
Yeah, so you find them both within the garage. They just both had the same as you had, like steel pipes.
Yeah.
So you have, what, 3 of them now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try wielding steel.
He holds one between his teeth.
He has issues walking through doors.
Yeah, runs into a door frame, knocks his teeth out.
So yeah, I'm going to try and look for a couple of things specific, and I think this will be the best place for it. Like a petrol can and a adjustable wrench.
Okay, cool.
And then like a, what do they call it? You know, the ones that you use to tighten bolts with.
Spanner.
No. So the wrench, like the adjustable spanner that can go like side is what I meant with the wrench. And then is it a torque wrench? Where you have like the bolts and it attaches on top rather than at the side. Okay. Just thinking if we're getting a generator or if we do find a car or something, it's just something that we can do that I can try and keep it general upkeep.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
That would be a -1, 15.
15. Okay. Roll me a D10. 2. So you get you find going through the toolbox, you pull out and you get your adjustable wrench. But looking around, you don't see any larger tool wrenches in there, and you see there's a few. If you want to grab a few of them, but it's a general tool tray. You probably found that looking around, and there's no. And the guys that I think had looked the day before as well. There's no petrol in here, and you can't really see any petrol cans. The shelves that have been knocked over have some liquids in there, but they look to be more of like dry spirits and for cleaning, not actual petrol inside this garage.
Okay, is there any like bigger bottles amongst those? Like thinking like you get like, you know, like the 2-3 litre like bleach bottles.
Yeah.
Just kind of grab one of those.
Yeah.
And just empty out just something that we could use as a gas can when we find a generator.
Yeah, perfect. So you get like a 2 like one of the square 2 litre bottles, which has just got a lot of washer liquid in it.
Just empty out.
Tip it out. Yeah. It smells like blueberries. If it does matter. Cool. Anyone else in the garage?
No, I'm stood outside.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of something else I can look for.
So you've been making your way back down to get to this. The entry point is on the backside where the house was that you haven't been into yet. So you have some other areas in it if you wanted to go out and check anything before moving on.
I would like to go and have a look at the cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Whereabouts is that?
So the cafe's down here. Where were you? Did you come down this side? You did, didn't you? So you guys saw that this side had all the glass window was on the side, and you peeked through and you could see that it was a cafe. That's as much as you got. And you knew the door was around the front because you didn't want to come to the door because you would have been seen by John and Matt at the point. So you know the door's on the front. But yeah, so far you've seen there's a big glass pane one side, and then this side is where the door is.
Yeah, I want to go and see if the door will open.
Mm-hmm. So you go and pull the door, and the door is locked. But it's a wooden door with like big pane glass at the bottom, big pane glass at the top, big panes of glass down each side. It's yes.
Can I go and use my hammer to smash the glass?
You can use your hammer to smash the glass. So you would like to go through smash the glass on the front door?
Yeah, or one of the big windows, whichever's.
Well, it's whatever you want to do.
Is the glass on the door big enough to sort of climb through if we can't unlock it from the inside? Like,
if you knocked out the bottom, you could probably squeeze down and go through. But again, if you knocked it, you could probably reach inside and play with a lock. They're 2 big sheets of glass, and the middle part is the wooden area. The lock's then alongside that wooden middle section.
Okay, I'll smash the glass on the door then.
On the door.
Yeah.
Cool. Romy, it shouldn't be too weak, so you should be able to, with enough of effort. You're well versed with a hammer. So you smash the front glass. Who is, just so I get an idea of where everyone would be, where would we be moving at this point? So a few of you have done this. You guys have moved around to the front. I just want to make sure.
So I've come out of the garage and I've gone with Luke. I don't know if anybody else is with us to the cafe.
Okay. Just because I don't want to lose anyone. Okay, so you and Luke.
I'm going to be heading down to that other shop.
Susie's staying with the bodies.
I'm just
Stay
gonna.
with Susie.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay near Susie because I don't really have any interest in going into any of the buildings.
The vet shop.
Okay, you can go vet shop. Cool. I don't have a Dylan. What did I do for Dylan last time? I think I used to get
Got me all cowboys.
It was
Yeah,
all
him
standing on
too.
the back.
I haven't printed any other ones yet. So Dylan's going to go around with, okay, 3 of you staying there, and then get mine.
No,
Dylan went to
Soldier
the shop.
Boy was going Soldier Boy was going to the vets up at the top.
Yeah, I was going to the vets.
So you've got on your own.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. That was more difficult than it needed to be. Lovely. Just looking to see where I am. So, so Dylan, you'd have been making your way round past the shop when you're there. As you smash that window, Dylan, can you give me a perception check?
Nine.
9. Okay, cool. You hear him smash the window. And almost thinking like the amount of shit they gave you for smashing a window to get you into the hall, and he's just smashing the window of a cafe window. Brilliant.
Fucking amateurs.
Perfect. So we'll go around. So that window's been smashed. Veterinary Graves, what would you like to do?
Try the door.
Door is locked. The guys tried last time. The door is locked, and this has got, as you can see from the front, it's got the glass, a small glass window in the front. The front of the building is kind of split between door and glass pane. The glass pane has got the wiring within inside it, like reinforced, and the door is almost just like a steel door.
Okay. Is there any sort of gap? I'm gonna try what I did at the other shop. Just take out my knife and try and jimmy the lock.
Not on this one though. You'd probably need something a little bit larger to get in and try and jump it. You'd either need a lockpick to try and pick the lock, or if you're trying to force the door open, you'd need something stronger than a knife.
Yeah. Go find Dylan, who was going to the shop, so I was gonna walk over to him.
Okay, so you make your way over there. Cool. Chefs. You've smashed a window in. What would you? Are you trying to open the door?
I'm gonna go straight to the kitchen and try and find some rations or food.
Gotta get it first. Are we trying the door? So if we can lock it,
Yeah, you can see on the inside that's not that hard, so you reach in and just unflick and the door opens. So you just go straight in?
yeah, go on. So look for food and drinks, like coffee, tea, anything like that.
Perfect. So you open the door, the little bell goes. Ding, 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 ding. So the kitchen is right off to the side. So yeah, the kitchen kind of serving area is off to this right hand side, and then in front of you you have the door. So give me Luke a perception investigation check. Sorry, as you're checking. So what are you checking for within the cooking area, within the kitchen area?
So just any kind of rations or anything that you can cook into a meal.
Okay. So give me an investigation check, and then yeah, John.
11.
Are you making your way?
Making my way. I want to look for for like sort of tea, coffee, and also some like knives and like another weapon.
Okay, so you've everything in here. Okay, cool. Perfect. So you rumble through. You said you got 11. Luke.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Give me a D8 roll.
6.
So you are rummaging around, trying to find anything that could be used for ration and stuff, and you find lots of little like packs packets of things and flavorings. There's nothing that would really constitute as food. You do find a small medical kit. Which one's the smaller one? A first aid kit. Sorry, the 1d4, not the 2d4. You find a small first aid kit, but everything else, you're like just rattling around in the cupboards looking for bits. It's like, okay, like flavouring salts and things to add to bits, and you're like, fuck's sake. And then there's the little first aid box. You're like, oh, I love that. And then if you're rolling, if you're just looking for stuff as well, then give us an investigation check as well, please. John.
Mine was 13.
13. Much better. Okay, if you give me a D8 as well.
5.
Cool. And you were looking for more utensils and equipment, right?
Like knives and not any kind of like any more tea or coffee or anything like that as well.
Okay. So you rifle through, you find the little pots with the little the UHT milk in, the long life milk, so you grab those. But nothing else is there. The knives you pull out and look at, Luke kind of scoffs and he's like, they're blunt, they're not really worth it. Just gives you the idea that these you can maybe butter with them, but you've got knives just as good back at the
That's more fun used as a weapon I was looking for.
Yeah, so there's nothing
No.
sharp enough as a weapon there, but you do find along with all the kind of junk that's on the side where you make your own tea and coffee and stuff, you find a little pack of zip ties.
Okay, I'll take those. So how many zip ties and how many milk do I get?
So milk, you just get a box of the UHT milk. It's probably got like 25, 30 in it. I'm not going to count milk. But the zip ties, you get a bag of 10 zip ties. And they're long zip ties. Like you think maybe two of these together might be able to maybe make handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
Kinky.
Wait, Alex is in this campaign, is he?
I'm going to say, where's Alex?
Cool, so you smashed that and done that. Guys at the top, is there anything you want to do with Susie? Actually, both of you that are sat with Susie, you kind of watching her go. Can you both give me a perception check for, unless there's something else you'd be looking at or watching out for?
5.
Also 5.
Good job. High fives all around. So no, you both just kind of keeping an eye out and watching her, and it's almost like
We have
weird
them
watching.
together to get 10.
It's not how it works. Unfortunately, you both died. You just keep an eye on it and almost like you're watching out to check no one's coming and no one's coming through, but kind of amazed that she's able to detach herself and just give this full examination of this body, especially you, Matt. This was Sol. Like yesterday, this was a guy you were traveling with, who's come back and now she's like in work mode, checking, looking for cuts, like almost like part stripping bodies down to see where there may have been, taking notes of where all the damage was to the bodies, noting it in a workbook and go back to it. Cool. So back to Soldier.
I was gonna before that. I wanted to talk with CZ for a bit. I just wanted to ask.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you worked out how they attacked us? How they came back?
How? No,
Or
not how.
why,
There's
or-
nothing on the bodies that really go. It's a strange one. Definitely the death happens before the reanimation, and it's strange. It's like impulses driving the body, not the person, which is strange. The eyes are really, really confusing. They're almost like I would be surprised if these could see as well. There's something going on with the kind of front cortex of the brain, but I've never seen anything like this in humans before.
Right. Okay. I don't know what most of that meant, but
Oh, okay.
well,
Well,
What have you seen it in before? If you haven't seen it in humans before,
well, it's almost something you'd see, like almost in insects, in small rodents. There's some kind of mind controlling or body controlling pheromones they're giving off or parasites that are released, but but we've never seen anything in humans. It's quite worrying. It's amazing if it has made the jump, but obviously has some dire consequences.
So, basically, just so I can understand, you said they don't see well.
Oh, we have no idea. I mean, they saw pretty well to attack yesterday, but just the way that the human eye works and the way that the irises are kind of clouded is that there's definitely something going on with the eyes, but we need more testing. We need to get to the army to get to more. We need to collate this information, but it's amazing and terrifying at the same time.
Well, thank you for explaining, I guess.
As much as I can. It's
I hope. I hope
it's
Matt
amazing.
understood more than me.
Well, we hope. That's why I'm going to take as many notes as possible. Just someone somewhere will know what to do with this. But yeah, all we can do is just get as much information as we can. And as you're like having a conversation with her, you see she's just kind of like stretching out her hand a little bit on that arm that was probably going a little bit numb from. She still has got a bandage across her shoulder. So back to Soldier Boy and Rude Boy.
Soldier Boy and Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy and Soldier Boy. Superman at home.
What are you doing over here, man? I thought you were checking that other place.
Yeah, I need to borrow your crowbar if I'm honest.
All right, fuck it. Let's get through this building first. What kind of shop is this that we're approaching?
No, there's one way to find out.
Yeah, you have a little look, and it just says at the top of it, the little shop of charity.
Charity shop.
You can have a little. It's got a little window, a front display window, and then a very simple door. It's almost the same makeup as the corner shop, just turned.
So I don't even think we need the crowbar to get in here, man. Do the thing with the knife again.
Yeah, we'll do. Unless you want to do it, and I'll just flick my knife over, hold it at the blade, and offer you the handle.
Oh, I've got one. Shit.
This will be a little bit beefier than yours, though.
Shit, is it a Rambo knife? Fuck. I might steal this. I mean, nah, just open the door, man.
There you go. So yeah, flip it back round and just jam it in the lock again, and just try and pry it open.
Okay, cool. Give me a strength check.
A 10.
10. So you jam the knife in as you did last time and wiggle it, and you didn't get the same movement or as lucky on the door as you did last time. This door's, whilst it's still wooden, it's less decaying than the last one, so you can't quite get the angle on the knife to get enough of a release.
Oh, screw this. Pull my knife out, put it in my pocket, and then just look to boot it at where the locking mechanism will be.
Okay.
In a rather athletic way.
In an athletic way, you say? Okay. Still strength check for the door. So yeah, try and what I was going to say could Dylan help. I was thinking how's he going to help you kick a door? You've seen him try and kick one.
Yeah, my last attempt didn't go well.
I think it got you in, but it didn't look good. Okay, so yeah, give me a strength check to try and boot in the door. You trying to aim for where the lock is?
In an athletic way, 21.
21. So you step back and just give it a boot right on where the lock is, and poof, door pops, slams all the way back, crashes against, and the little crack comes through the window on the glass. As you are presented with the little shop of charity. Can you both give me a perception check? As you're stood in front of the open door.
9.
11.
Okay. So you kind of, the door, that's quite the back. Almost, you kind of scoffed at the guy smashing the cafe in, and then on flip, you've gone, we've kind of done the same thing. Door wanging, like flying open, twatting against the back wall, makes a slight bang, and you kind of peer in. All seems calm.
Cool. I want to just do a general search because I don't know what there might be specifically in a charity shop.
Yeah, as you go in and look like this, it is just a charity shop. There's rows of different bits. There's like rails of clothes and bits. There's books in there. There's some games. There's some cutlery utensils. There's some vases. It's just like a proper mix of charity shop tat.
Get yourself a new fit.
Yeah, I'll just do a general investigation check for anything useful.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 0.
You look, as you're looking through the charity shop, you're looking with your eyes. You're like, I'm not touching this shit. I don't need to get no shit from a fucking charity shop. I'm not gonna find anything useful here. You're just like,
that sounds like
doesn't
me.
look like it. Doesn't look like anything's gonna be useful. And you kind of just walk out.
Yeah, fuck's sake, man. You have a look if you want.
I'm just trying to keep people's minds busy. Go where the games are and just try and find like a deck of cards and maybe a couple of jigsaw puzzles.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough to find. So yeah, you grab a couple of. There isn't a deck of cards, but yeah, you grab a couple of just what board games are on there, small ones. They look tattered and crappy on the edges, and we'll work out what.
They're actually missing pieces.
They could well be missing pieces. We'll find out when we get. If you've tried playing.
The other thing I want to take a note of as well, like if we do come back again, because I know we used the table to like blockade the broken window. Are there tables here that if we could find a way to lift them back, we could take them back up with us?
Nah, this is all like very cheap metal railings, but like the metal poles where if you grab them and just bend them, they'd bend. They're very thin, cheap, crappy. Yeah, no, there's no hardwood in here that you'd be trying to scone down.
It wasn't to kind of use to build. It was just to have a table.
So
we're not.
Yeah, you use up all the other ones. Not within here, no. Then you probably would be able to take some out of the cafe. The cafe is probably gonna have some tables in it if you want to try and get something back so you could eat.
In fact, one more thing. I keep remembering this might be the better place for it. Is there any like long fabrics that we could use for curtains for the big windows?
No.
Even if it's just like big sheets to hang over.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where. Not in here. You'd probably want to get something from a house.
Okay.
There's clothes racks here, so there's like you can see there's some coats and some bits, but you're like they're not going to stretch out to be as big. You need like cloth, and this they don't have bed sheets in charity shops.
That's
unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, are we done here? What was the building you wanted help with, man?
It's just the vet stuff over there. I don't know if there'll be any medical things that we could use. Maybe Susie could find some use out of.
I don't trust her, man. I'm telling you, she's going to turn on us.
What happened?
She got attacked by those things.
She get like ripped. Why did she get ripped open, or did you all just get around?
Hey, she was hurt by them when she fell out of that place. I could see it from way down the street where I was.
Well, I could if you push your mind at ease, man. Like, I ain't sleeping much at the minute. You know, being honest with you, it's not something I've done for a long time. So I can keep an eye on her while I'm awake overnight.
Shit, who's supposed to be able to sleep when you got some man fucking going around touching people up, and then you got another chick who might be fucking some kind of rise from the dead zombie type fucking thing.
That's another reason why I'm staying awake. I want to stop that shit. We need to start trusting each other, and I'm not saying that you should trust them after what's happened, but everyone just needs to start fucking working together. Otherwise, this could be a long few days.
Shit, if they ain't playing nice, just cut their throats while they sleep, man.
I ain't into murdering people, my man. I've seen shit that I done shit that I ain't been proud of, and I ain't gonna start doing that to people that don't deserve it, my dude.
Fine deserve. Anyway, let's get to this fucking vets.
Let's go, man.
Cool. Do you make your way back up towards the vets? We go back around again. So the guys in the cafe. You've had a check. You found certain bits. What would you like to do from there?
Is there a bathroom in the cafe? I'm assuming there is.
Yeah. There's a room towards the back which has got a bathroom in it.
Get some bog roll, I guess.
Nice. You go in there and rub out the big cheap two-ply tissue. So you get one big roll, and you're going to be using like 5 sheets per wipe. It's the bad stuff.
I might look for some better pans, because obviously the pans back at the base are not very good.
Clearly got a problem. So you go around and look, and you find they got some big pans here. They're not new, they're well used pans, but you can grab some utensils you need for cooking. Cool. That's what. Sorry, I forgot that. There'd be your bits here. Cool. So the 2 with Susie. Anything you guys want to pick up, or we'll go straight to the vets?
No, I'm good. My end.
As they're walking past, go up to the vets. I just yell out to them like, "Find anything good in there?"
Nah, jack shit, man.
No, unless you want to dress like a grandma anytime soon. You can keep hold of these though, and then just kind of throw the board games in his general direction, hoping that they're sellotaped and don't go all over the room.
I was going to say, how close are you throwing it? How much of a dick do I want to be?
Roll for it.
I said it, so...
You did say
52 card pickup.
Matthew, can you give me a dexterity check for catching 3 board games with loose corners?
And like one bit of sellotape keeping it together.
Yeah.
11.
11.
Love it.
You catch 2, and then one slides off over your corner, over your shoulder, and just goes on the floor, bops open everywhere, and there's just little pieces and board bits there. You're like, fuck.
This is not Monopoly with all the paper.
So I start making the puzzle on the road. Try and get a piece back.
It sits on the curb. Cool. So you guys make it to the front of the vets.
So after my less than stellar attempt to kick in a door yesterday, I'm going to try and force this one with a crowbar.
Yeah, nice. So roll a strength check with advantage. This is a strong door.
With advantage.
With advantage. That's what the crowbar allows you to do.
6.
I see him struggling and just basically go, you need to get the leverage in better. If you grab it here, and then like I'll put my foot against the wall, and then like assist him in opening it.
Because he's already rolled with advantage. So give me one roll. Give me one single roll for you, Lieutenant Groves, as an help.
Luckily my strength's actually all right. 12.
Not right enough. No. You get you get as much effort as you put in there, and you can feel the metal on the door. It's not bending at all. Like the whole door is like moving, but not in a way that you feel like this door is as strong as almost the crowbar is. So you've not even bent a gap so you can see in. It's just not. The whole door's moving out, and then it comes back as soon as you get there. You're like, fuck, this is a beast.
The glass with the wiring in it. Is it like covering the full half of the door? Like
it's not the door. The door's a full steel door. It's on the window to the side of it, so it's a like upper body sized window that you can see through. But yeah, it's covering that whole window is the reinforced glass.
And then the window frame's metal or wooden?
Metal. This whole it's like weird. It's almost like a full. It's like a metal temporary. It looks like a temporary metal shack that's put in there. It definitely the guys when they were looking at it last week. It's not a full-time vet. It looks like it's open and closed, and it's there to be locked down. But it probably wasn't a building that's been there for time. Not like the rest of these, which are brick buildings with wooden doors and bits on the front. This looks more secure, which would make sense because it's a vet. It's probably got some stuff in it.
Why don't we try and use the crowbar on like the corners of this window and kind of break it around just to get rid of the metal mesh, because it ain't gonna smash. Because the metal will hold it together, but if we want to try doing it that's the only way I can think of, because this door ain't budging.
Let's try the window then.
Yeah. Cool. So kind of grab the...
I hand the soldier the crowbar, and I tell him I want it back when he's done.
Of course.
Give me a roll.
Take it, and then just like take the bottom like sharper end that we've just jabbed in the door, and just look to try and pierce through the glass somewhere around the top. And then once I've done that, if possible, take the other side to then hook around and then pull the metal grating out to pull the window out towards us.
Just no. Oh, okay. So what you're saying? Yeah, try and get out. Okay. Yeah. Roll a strength check with advantage. This is a high DC.
Nat 20.
Ooh. Okay. So you manage to pry back the corner of the reinforcement, the metal that's on the front, so you can get to the glass now. But you've only got the corner out. You've not. You could maybe try and smash and get something in, but you're going to need a lot of effort from multiple people to get even enough gap to fit a person through. I'm thinking the only way you're going to get in here is you've bent a bit out. You're going to have to try and lift up enough of a gap to push someone, smash the window and push someone in to try and get in. It's the only way. You're not going to get the whole thing off. You would have pulled the whole thing off.
I'm having more success here than I am with the door, so I'm just going to keep trying to work at it.
Okay, cool. So you're there just bending away to try. So yeah, as I'm seeing it, you've got the window in front, you've got the door, and right on this bottom corner, you've got out the corner. So you're now just trying to pry and get a big enough gap where if you wanted to punch the window, you'd be able to probably send someone in. Is the plan. Does anyone else want to check anything else? Pick anything else up?
Can I hear them doing all this stuff at the vets?
Yeah, you can see him doing it all.
Yeah, I might go over and just kind of see what's going on. Not really say anything, just more sort of admire the handiwork.
Yeah, just watch for fun.
Just walk over, my arms crossed.
The chefs?
I want to check this other building we haven't checked at the bottom.
It's right at the bottom. Okay, cool. Luke, are you going with or?
Yeah, I'll go with, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you guys make your way over. Matthew, on the puzzle?
I'm just going to still continue sitting next to Susie on the puzzle.
Perfect. Cool. So you guys are working on the top window. So you've got the house in front of you with the door. What would you like to do? There's also some windows. So there was no windows on this side where you came in, but there are windows across the front here. So you have a door and you have a window that you have access to. And this was the building that you saw lights in the first night, but you can't see lights now.
I think it was.
I wouldn't know that.
No, you wouldn't know
that. Check the door, see if it's open, I guess.
Check door, no, it's a locked door.
What's
locked door? It's like one of those UPVC double door ones. Like the handle moves, but it's not attached to the door lock.
Yeah. I guess I'll be smashing the window again then.
Yep. So you're gonna go. What? So you want to come down to this window?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll attack against the window.
So that'd be 4 plus proficiency.
Yeah.
That'd be 6.
6. Okay. So you wind up and you hit the window. You make a small size dent, but the window doesn't shut. These aren't the windows like the cafe, like single pane thing. These are a bit bigger. And you just tighten the window there. Can you both give me perception checks? That's
10
as well. 10.
I got 10 as well.
10. So you wind up, smash, and you get the first little impact. But you feel like if you're gonna go through the window, you're gonna have to keep just hitting one bit until you cave it in enough. This window isn't gonna smash and fall away. This is one that's you're gonna a bit like what they're trying to do on the vets. You're gonna break away from its mount, and you're gonna have to push it through because it's gonna maintain together. It's a safety window. But what you do, you both feel like you hear a bump inside, like a.
What was that?
I don't know. Was that somebody? A thing? Did we knock something over with that? I don't know. Could have been something on the windowsill? I didn't notice.
I mean, I could try hitting it with my knife to see if I can break any more glass.
I mean, you can use my hammer if you want. It's probably going to be a bit.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Knife. So I'll give Luke my hammer to have a go.
At the window?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll attack.
Is that just a D20?
D20 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, D20. I thought attack was D4.
Oh no, that's the damage. Sorry, you rolled. I did thought you rolled like. No, you roll the attack. You roll first is your d20 plus your proficiency.
Oh, right, okay.
And then if you hit, you then roll damage, which is your damage plus your.
Oh, okay. Well, I just rolled a default then.
Oh, okay. Well, now you know you rolled shit.
Isn't it plus your proficiency bonus plus whatever your strength modifier is? Is that what you said?
If you've got the weapon prof, yeah.
If you've got the proficiency.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, I would have hit a lot harder. But no.
So when you say strength, what am I taking it from?
Because you won't have your proficiency with.
You won't have proficiency with the
You
hammer.
won't have proficiency with no. So you'll just be.
No, I would have proficiency with the hammer
with
because
master
it's
weapon.
simple weapon.
Is it simple weapon?
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. It's just a 1d4
Yeah,
plus
it doesn't do
strength.
damage.
So I rolled a 2 with a proficiency of 2. So that's 4.
Plus
So
your
you're not
strength.
close enough.
When you say strength, is that the 6 along the outside?
Like the plus or minus that's on it.
Ah, I got it. Yeah, 5 total then.
5 total. So you, without like really acknowledging, you're like you've never really try and smash things with a hammer, but you're like, yeah, cool, I'll have a go. I'll take the hammer. Why not? I'm not going to say anything. So you take the hammer from John and you aim for the same sort of area, kind of come just slightly to the right hand side of it, and as you smash, you hear the return back bang. It's just like what? Almost like as you've hit, something's hit back. But that window is smashed on 2 sides there now, and the inside from what you're seeing is dark.
What was that bang?
I've got no idea.
Okay, what's the chuckle brothers smashing a window?
I told you we made enough space for someone small to be snuck through the window yet.
No, you'll need to punch through the window as well. So you can try and smash out the window now if you want to speed up the round. It's probably going to take a couple of rounds to get enough of a gap.
Yep.
But you're going to want to try and clear. You want to kind of try and smash the window and clear the glass. So if you send someone through, you're not sending them into glass, so they're going to take damage. So you could try and punch the window and then.
I'm just assuming I'm the smallest one and probably the one that's getting sent in.
I mean, literally, as soon as I've got the gap, I'm going to turn to you, hand you the crowbar, and then clasp my hands together to throw you through the window.
Okay, cool.
In the nicest way possible.
Yeah. So no, you're still working on it. This is it's not an easy job to be pulled. So yeah, it's going to take a round or 2 to get through. Those
Yeah,
are
so
all.
I guess
Those that
just
with Susie
continue.
will hear. You'll have heard them the window being hammered from the other 2 guys.
I thought they'd already got in the cafe.
I mean,
They
it
try in
didn't
one of the
sound-
other
it didn't
buildings?
sound like it was just behind us like that.
You don't think they could be trying that like apartment house area that the light was on the other night, do you?
I mean, they're fucking idiots, so
Hey Beth, just go over and let them know if they're at that across the road on the other side of the shop from where the garage is. There's like a house there. If they're going there was lights on in there the other day, as if someone was living there. I'm pretty sure that when we came to the shop, when we came to get soup, there was people in that house. Are you all right just to let them know?
I'll I'll go say something, and I kind of head over and I'm just going to say, whoa, stop. Someone is maybe living there. It's like not okay.
Well, if they're living there, then they might have information, or we need to let them know.
No,
Or they might have stuff
knock on
in
the
it.
door. Don't break in.
Well, what if they're not here anymore? Try the door. It's locked.
I can say we can knock on the door.
Yeah, have you rung the bell?
No. I mean, like I'm just saying that's kind of mode now. We're just going in places now, so just thought
Well,
I'd get in the place.
leave.
I mean, I
this-
didn't know there's nobody in here. No.
and
As far as I know, places to
we already know that you're a thief, but there's no need to further
stop being
put
such
you
a wet
down in our
blanket.
eyes.
Stop being such a wet blanket.
Susie would have.
Survive.
On your head, be it. I'm not gonna help.
So
And
as
I'm
you've
gonna
made your
walk
way
back.
round, and you're having this conversation.
Well, I was up by the vets.
You came
They-
to
you
admire
guys
our handiwork. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were,
Yeah.
but you've come down to talk to these guys that are trying to break
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
right? Yeah, so you're with them. Susie would have been making her way around as well, just on the premise that, okay, if there's some noise going on, she's pretty much done her work here, but what is other people up to? As you guys are having that conversation, you hear another bang, followed by a second bang at the front door.
I'm just going to kind of sigh, walk away, and head back to the vets.
Guess I'll go and bang on the door and sort of shout, "Hello, anybody there?"
Okay. She's like essentially knocking.
Well, it's more like hammering on the door, like with like a fist, sort of like a fist knock. Like,
Yeah. So you walk up to the door, and as you shout,
"Hello."
you get no response, and as you kind of like wait to listen, the door, you just bang, like the door rocks on its hinges, and you're like, oh, like something's just full run at the door the other side, almost like you've hit with a hammer that someone's hitting something on the way out the other side.
Okay, I shout, "Hello" again, and do I get a response, a verbal response?
No, another one, just bang.
So it's just me and Luke there now. Because do I notice Susie there anyway?
No, you wouldn't with your passive. No, Susie's kind of seen
Right.
Beth walk
Yeah.
past. She's kind of just come around the corner to see what's going on, but she would have seen there.
So I sort of turned to Luke, like, there's something in there. So like, I've shouted hello and no response. But there's something in there.
I mean, surely they would respond. So maybe it's not human or not human anymore.
That would be my thought after what we've just seen yesterday. This isn't good. We need to let the others know.
We should definitely get in there though. We should try the crowbar that they've got because there might be some good stuff in there.
I know, but there's also some things in there, so if we're gonna go in there, we need to all go in there. Or we just need to... Oh, shit, those army guys have gone on there.
And then like the door poof, again.
Shit. Yeah, well, we need to get away from here and decide what we're gonna do. Like everyone else.
Yeah, let's get back to the others. Yeah.
Okay, so we sort of kind of quickly
Back away.
make our way over to the others.
Okay. So as you make your way by, you all pass by Susie. She's like, "What the fuck was that?"
Well, we're trying to get in that house, see if there's anything there. And I just heard some bangs, and then Beth said, there's lights on there. Yesterday, a couple of days ago. Shouted hello, banged on the door. Didn't get nobody said anything, but a really loud bang.
Yeah, I seal the door, maybe.
Right? So there's something in there. And I'm guessing if they're not saying anything, they're either mute or they're not human anymore. It's like those things again.
Yeah. Okay. That's worrying.
Yeah, so it's a case of do you want to get out of this place or do you want to try and, get rid of them?
So I took a drink. So you guys make your way back, and at this time you've probably, as you come around, all to kind of meet up back around the vets. Matt, are you going to join? Are you going to stay doing your puzzle?
I mean, how close am I to finishing the puzzle?
You're quite far, and it probably looks like there's a couple of pieces missing. You're like,
Yes, I can be drawn away from my puzzle.
not all the strength. This pavement isn't the best thing for taking a puzzle.
Yeah.
So as you get to the vets, you can just see Lieutenant Graves and Dylan up there, and he's like pulling back the thing as Dylan's almost like trying to size his head up, whether it's big enough to fit through yet as they're going at it. So you've probably, at this point, you'll probably get into the point where you've made just about enough gap. But you're all together.
Yeah, hand you the crowbar, and then, like I said, just pry my feet together just so to give you a bit of leverage to get in.
I'm trying to squeeze through the gap with my crowbar.
So you're going to smash out the window first?
Yeah.
Cool. So you smash out the window, knock through the glass that's there. The rest of you are there before you start trying to push Dylan through a window. Is there anything you guys want to pick up beforehand?
No, we're just watching.
No.
Okay.
No, we're
Did you not bring
just
it up?
gonna watch Dylan.
Perfect. So, who wants to help lift Dylan up through a window?
Who's strong?
I've got it.
Yeah,
You'll be
I'm not-
Graves. You'll be holding open. So essentially, you've got held back the reinforced
Okay.
gate. If you let go, that's closing him in. So
Okay.
you've got hold it open. You can one or two people can just help push him through the window so he gets in.
Yeah, I'll help push.
I'm not helping Dylan.
Strong, so. Do you need one or two people?
One more, which should probably be enough. He's not that big.
Yeah, let Matthew do that.
Question, Dylan, what are you going to do with your bag if you've got your bag? I'm assuming you didn't leave it behind.
I have got my bag.
I'll
Throw it at
hold down if
Soldier
you want.
Boy's feet and say, "Watch this."
No worries, man. Someone came in.
Yep. So you pick him up. You won't need a check just to push him through. So you get him up, get him into the window. Dylan, just give me a dexterity check for your landing the other side as you're being pushed through a window.
21.
There it is.
Nice. You land in the middle of a zombie-infested. No. You push through the window. Didn't look through the window before you went in, did you? So you get him and you've pushed him up. You get him through, and as you've come down, you've kind of put your hands. You're lucky that as you've come through the window below you is like a counter side. So you've managed to get your hands on it and just kind of like pull yourself down as your feet have come in. You've rolled off, landed on your feet. You're like, nice. Managed to
All
get
right,
in.
first
You've
thing
got
I
in
do-
front of you
You get the door, man?
Yeah, first thing I do is check the door on the inside and see if I can open it.
Yep. So you go around to the door and you can't. It's just it's a bit more of a security bars across, but you can pop the door open, and it has one of the security pushes as well. So the bolts are in the top and the bottom. Released, and you open up the door.
Sweet. I open up the door. I go back outside and I pick up my bag.
I'll pass it straight to him. I'll be waiting at the door.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you've got
let's see what we
the
can
spot
get.
of very open to you.
Hey, you wanted
Susie.
to check this shit, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, Susie, is there anything you might need medical-wise?
Oh, grab everything. It's going to be useful. We don't know what we're dealing with, but any thing that can be turned into bandages, anything for antiseptic, all of that is going to be useful. So I would clear as much as you can get your hands on.
No problem. Just go on in and literally try and find any sort of like sterile needles, any sort of like IV bags, maybe just anything general.
Yep.
That isn't just simply deworming tablets for dogs.
Perfect. Susie will come in and help you actually to give you a chance to
And
that.
just kind of like, I'll look at her, everything that I pick up, and be like,
Yeah.
"It's all right. It's all right."
Okay, cool. So we're back at what we've got. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm rolling a spliff outside.
Mm-hmm.
Cigarette.
I'm just gonna
check, look down towards the house that the other guys have just come from. Just do a perception check to see if I can see if anything's broken out or anything like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me a perception check for that. So we've got spliff rolling by the side.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Cool.
Filthy.
It's filthy. Anybody else? What you just hanging around outside?
No, I'm oblivious. I didn't know there was any banging on that door over at the house.
No one said anything. Cool. So you're peeking your way down back towards the house after hearing him dick around and smash. And as you've kind of looked on the corner, you hear the banging has kind of stopped. So you could, it's almost now that you realise it's not there. The like distant like doof, doof is not there anymore. And you hear what sounds like something hitting the ground, followed by a few more tumbles and scuffles. Like something is moving and rattling around the side of that. So you're like, oh, that's weird. Like you notice the stop of the banging on the door, which was almost like rhythmic, and then you hear a bit of a kerfuffle and scrapple, and something hit the floor.
Guys, whatever was in that, I think it's just broken through. Like, there's no banging going on anymore, and yeah, the sounds did not sound good. I think whatever was there has come through.
Wait, what banging?
The house that they were down at. Yeah.
The doors, the main door.
You know, you could hear the banging from here. Before it's just stopped. Yeah, I'm worried that something's come out of there. We need to keep an eye on down here.
What the fuck did you guys do?
Same shit you're doing here, trying to get in and get stuff. Nobody told me there's lights on in there before, or there might be people on there.
Well, I did tell
Well,
you.
you did, but you didn't. You know, you said it might have been people, but we'd already smashed the glass by then.
Please.
Cool. So as you're all having a mother's meeting about noises you've been making, you, Matt, see approaching the corner, like two figures approach the edge of the corner of the door, looking
I got my hammer out.
towards you.
There's two over there. There's two. I don't know if they're people or these things, but we need to get the guys out and we need to get ready for this in case they come over here.
I shout over, "Hey, you!" And do I get a response?
To those,
Yeah.
they're looking straight at you, and now they're really looking straight at you. So you two at the front.
Yeah, I got my hammer, because I've got this sort of thing from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of up for a fight again. I don't know. I'm just getting this kind of thing that's I sort of statistically enjoyed it, sort of.
While they're being idiots,
yeah.
I edge my way around to the back side of that cafe building.
Okay, cool. Just down to here.
Yep.
Perfect. And then so you got Matt and Beth. Have you done anything? And Luke.
I'm just gonna get my knife out ready.
You just heard them that Matt shout. There's two of them coming, and then John shout, "Oi!" And that's it. It's your first instinct reaction.
Yes, just to get my knife out.
Correct. Beth, are you dead?
I'm just going to stand there with my hammer and just kind of see what's going on. I'm going to stand back further.
Cool. Perfect. So as you all kind of ready up, round the corner comes the two, and then you spot just behind them another figure appear. And I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
We're not going to have a conversation, see whether they're friendly.
Well, they might be friendly.
You
but
friendly?
I need to
You
keep track of-
friendly?
Keep track of initiative, don't I?
I want to give you a kiss.
Yeah.
14.
9.
So what is it again?
Initiative,
Just in a while.
just standard D20.
15.
7.
7.
17 I got.
2.
Sorry, I said it and then I realised I wasn't ready to listen to it.
How
So
rude.
anyone 15 to 20?
I got 15.
15.
I got 17.
I was just behind them with a 14.
Nice.
I had 9.
Cool. And then, yeah, sorry, it was below 15 down.
I got
you as well,
2.
Graves. 2. 2. Yeah, that makes sense.
I rolled a 2. I'm guessing, do you add next to it or not?
No, your initiative.
Yeah, it's initiative. It's just
Unless you have an initiative bonus, so I think only one class that does.
Yeah, it's just me.
Yeah.
I say to Susie, get in that building.
Susie's in the
building with me.
Lieutenant Graves. Yeah, you guys would have heard him shouting, but you're kind of not paying that much attention. Who am I missing? Beth.
7.
7.
7.
7. Perfect.
Right.
So you see coming around the corner, two looking up at you, and as you shout, "Hey!" or "Oi!" whatever you shout them, they just look up at you and carry on towards. The two at the front, Matt and
Me, John.
yeah, John. Give me a just quick perception check.
1.
19.
19. Cool. So you. Sorry, let me just get the enemies in. So you notice as they're coming towards you, the look on their face is kind of the same look that the guys had inside the in the garage yesterday. They're like almost, they're snarling. There's like a rage and an anger in there. But you notice the first one, the one in the yellow running towards you, you can see the colour of their eyes, and their eyes are not white. Oh, for fuck's sake. Cool, so we start off initiative with Luke.
Wait, their eyes aren't white.
Their eyes are not white. The first one, the eyes are not white, is what Matt
Just need a-
says.
You just need a D20, yeah?
It's what you want to do. No, it's into combat now. So here you are, outside in the cafe. You stood at the front here. You know that they've come around the corner. You've heard them count. You've got your knife ready. But it's up to you what you want to do. You've got movement. You've got action. You've got bonus action. You could use your action to move twice. But as you stand now, you know that Matt has said 2 of them are coming, and John shouted "Oi!" You just got your knife ready as an instinct. That's all you know. So it's what you want to do.
Okay. I'm going to join Matt and John.
Okay. Round here. What's going on with this?
Yeah.
Just realised the music stopped. Cool. So that's only 5, 10. That's 15 foot of your movement. So you can see now these attackers are running towards you. Anything else you want to do? You can hold an action if you'd like for very specific. So you could say, I want to hold like a stab with my knife if someone gets right up close to me.
Yeah, I'm going to hold a stab. Yeah, if someone gets close.
Rather than moving forward to try and attack. Cool. So you're holding an action on the corner here next to the guys. Next down is this friend here. Then 20. So he's the first one you see, Matt, is just charging. And this is you've got the 2 there. And again, as you're looking at this, it's just as you're looking at this person, it's just an enraged human charging at you, just with the facial expressions and style that you don't normally see on a person, and they're gonna run and try and attack you.
Okay, so I'm gonna ready myself up with my steel pipe in preparation for the attack.
That's nice, but it doesn't mean anything. So that's a 16 to a hit, which I'm assuming that's hit you. What's your AC?
Yes, I'm class 11.
11. Okay, cool. So you this attacker comes flying at you, snarling, and just jumps that last minute. So you get your ready, like almost you ready up your pipe, thinking, okay, this guy's going to come, I'm going to hit him, and further back than is almost natural and unnatural for a human anyway. They just launch towards you like a freaking panther or a leopard pouncing on its prey, jump through the air, just feet off the floor, just to clatter straight into your body. So you're almost like ready to attack someone as they come in, and all of a sudden he's flying through the area. So that is 3 points of damage. Can you oh no, it's hit as well. So you are now grappled.
Yeah.
So you're not down. They've jumped through the air, grabbed, hit you, and you've got fuck. As you've now got you've got your pipe jammed up against you, and they're trying to push you down to the ground. But at the moment, you're both stood upright. You've not gone down. So over to it is your now go. No. So you can.
Yes, I try to break the grapple.
You can try and break the grapple.
Yeah.
Cool. So give me give me a strength check. Well, but you can test this strength check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Nice. So almost as you bend back and you take the kind of momentum and get enough with your pipe to push under the throw, and the guy releases back, steps back a second, and you're there ready. So that would have been your action. So you have movement still or a bonus action.
I guess it's Well, at least if I ready myself now, I actually have more time to react to it, don't I? So yeah, I guess I'll ready myself again.
Okay. So you would have taken. Yeah, I don't think it's a bonus you could take.
He's already used his
It's already
action
used
for
action, so yeah.
the thing, so he
Yeah, so I
can't.
can't attack it yet.
No, so you're just there waiting.
Yeah.
Perfect. But you're not grappled anymore, which is good. Which means you'd have to be attacked again to be grappled, because you can't be bitten unless you're being held down. Luke.
Good.
How did I get Luke before? Oh, I put Luke in twice. That doesn't make sense. 2, 4, 5, 6. Who got 14? Weaver.
That was me.
Yeah.
With if Luke's got like an attack ready, does he get like a?
Oh yeah,
attack
shit.
opportunity?
He would have been in attack range with him. Yeah, you're right. So Luke, you roll your attack. Should D20 first, plus your strength and proficiency with your knife and something.
7.
7. So you, as he's jumped on and you've gone for your attack, as Matt's pushed him back, and you've just sliced into midair and got nothing. So you like G'd yourself up as he's on him. You've gone to help him, but Matt's managed to free himself, and you've into actual thin air. So round 2, Dylan.
So I'm smoking my spliff, and I slowly walk up as I'm smoking to the other end of the cafe building, that corner there, and I just peek around the corner.
You probably won't get there. You'll only get as far as here. Well, how far's your movement? Sorry, 30?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, everyone's on with 30.
Yes, you don't
You
quite
can-
get to the corner.
No, he can,
Alright,
I was
well,
going
I'll
to say he
check
could
the
dash
corner
as an,
on-
as an action,
Yeah,
but,
you could make
but he wouldn't be able
distance
to do perception.
No,
So
I'm chilling and smoking my spliff.
He's always really far away from the action, Dylan.
Well, you pick your battles.
So why do
Down
you need
to
to-
John.
Okay, I want to move slightly down, just around. So I'm kind of flanking that one that's attacking.
To flank, you'd have to be here or here. On
Yeah,
the diagonal.
just the side on the diagonal,
So, yep.
and then make an attack. I want to sort of swing my hammer at its knee.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, roll an attack.
So that would be 15, 18. The proficiency as well.
With the hammer, you would have, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be dirty 20.
Nice. So, yeah, you step out to the side. Oh, yeah, you would have rolled up with advantage as well. So, you want to roll just see if you get a nat 20? Just roll a d20.
5.
Okay. So you step out to the side and then come round with the momentum movement round into the back and just like buckle the knee of this attacker's there as he's just been pushed back, missed the attack from Luke, and then you've come in and just absolutely twatted the back of the knee as you watch. The whole thing jolts forward in a way that looks like it's not something's broken in there, something's gone horrible. It's nasty. Do you want to roll damage for that?
Yeah, so that's with proficiency, that'd be 5.
5.
Yeah, because that's about the D4 and proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it'd be just your strength. It's not your proficiency on the damage.
Oh, just strength. Oh, so that'd be 6 then.
So, nice. Cool. So yeah, and you come around, swing, bang, cracked into the leg, and it gives out a cry, like and again, it's animalistic, but definitely human. Someone's like, ah! As you've gone into the back of the leg and turns towards you. Now down to my other friend, who is still on the charge path up. And as you're stood and you've come and swung in, as you look back, John, poof, there's another attacker there to try and jump onto you. That is a 15.
So that'll get me because I'm 11.
So that's 3 points of damage.
Yes.
And now you are grappled. So again, you've swung in, hit him, and then as you've looked over your shoulder, poof, across your kind of left and your back, you've now got an attacker grabbing you from behind. Beth.
So,
Top corner.
yeah, I'm a bit further back.
Mhm.
So, whereabouts are they? Can you just point to them quickly?
One's here. that's been
Yeah.
hit. One's in yellow here, and one is on the corner. You can see
And the one in the corner hasn't moved yet.
hasn't moved yet. No.
Okay, I'm gonna go behind the one that's hurt.
Here.
Yeah,
You
just to
should
flank.
pass through him.
Yeah. Well, I should have enough room to
Yeah,
get around.
enough movement.
I want to flank him,
Yep.
and then I'm kind of go. I really don't want to do this, and then I strike with my hammer
Nice. Make an attack roll.
with advantage. I'm assuming
Yep,
because I'm
with advantage.
flanking. 39. Nat 19
Okay.
plus stuff.
Definitely hits.
Yeah.
So you crack in with the hammer. Roll a damage for me.
That's 3 points of damage.
3. Okay. So you come, as you say, I don't really have to do this, and you come down and attack. You crack right on the side of the back of the skull, and the attacker goes down forward, kind of slipping off Matt on you there, and hits the ground in front of you. As you look up, you can see now that that John has got another attacker on his back.
How much more movement do I have?
You have probably 5. You could probably get into melee range with, or move back.
I want to move back towards where the previous fight was, towards the garage.
Yep. Cool. So you can just take a shot in the corner. Nice. Okay. Our friend. I mean, that's going to be the easiest attack is to get in there. 'Cause you are closest.
You may be dead.
You are closest. So as the other attacker comes flying forward, seeing that one that John's already being held, he's going to just pile in to try and grab and try and get a chunk out of John. That's a 21.
Ouch.
A nat 21.
No, not 21. That'd be nice. Cool. So that is 3 points of damage. And you have been bitten. Because once you're grappled, an attack against you whilst you're grappled is they'll go for the bite because you're being hit restricted. We will resolve that after. Okay, so it's round 2. Lieutenant Graves. So you hear a commotion going on as you and Susie are kind of going through and trying to find anything useful in here.
What the fuck are they doing out there? I'll say to Susie.
She's like, oh, I knew it. This isn't good.
Okay, stay inside.
Yes.
Just try and get where you can and just walk out and close the door behind me.
Okay, cool. So you see in front of you, you've got Matt is there. You've just got sight, and John is just being mauled by 2 attackers. You can see there's one dead on the floor, and then the rest of the guards kind of stood around them.
So the guy that's grappling with, did you say with John on the floor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not on the floor. Sorry, the guy on the floor is down, and then you can see John has got 2 on the far side of where you are from him. Has got 2 attackers.
I want to try and get over to the one where, well, one of the one that's on John.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling out my knife on the way.
Yep, you can.
And I just want.
Yes, you would probably be able to get in.
So the one that's like closest grappling on him, basically.
Well, the grappling one is the one behind. This guy in blue here is just taking a chunk out of him.
Okay. So the guy I can get to, as I get over, as soon as I'm guessing that he's transfixed on him.
Yeah.
Just want to try and grab him by the hair, and then look to just cut his throat.
Okay. So roll attack.
Lots. I rolled a 19.
Nice. Yeah, that's lots.
With lots more.
Perfect. Roll damage.
Spiky dice. That's a 4 plus strength, is it? With the knife, or is it? So 7.
7. Nice. So yes, you grab. Sorry, just so yeah, you grab. So this attacker's just gone in, and his face is buried deep in John's like collar and like neck area. As you grab by the head, yank him back, and just cut across his kind of across his throat and pull him down to the side. Almost is one sweep of disarming, cutting, and dropping to the floor, and the attacker hits the floor, prone, but it's still moving. I won't knock him down. We'll just say he's prone. So anyone that melee attacks against him will have advantage now, as you've kind of pulled him, sliced, and he's hit the deck. Another one, which is like that as a move, you would feel would normally like incapacitate a guy completely. So you see him hit the deck, and then when it starts moving again, there's almost like a creepy shudder to that.
Where was I bitten, by the way?
You would have been bitten, like it would. So one man had you on the shoulder, so he would have come in on your right hand side, and it would have been around your kind of shoulder blade, like your collarbone. Sorry, not shoulder blade. Was there anything else you want to do? You still have some movement. No.
No, I'm fine.
Cool. So, hearing you say to Susie that she should stay behind and look for bits, she ignores you, and after seeing you come out, kind of steps in the doorway, sees the movement, and wants to try and get in and help where she can. So we'll make her way. She'll probably just make her way around the sides. She'll be around here with Beth, most likely, to try and get in and help. She doesn't want to sit back and wait to see what happens. And we are back round to the beginning. Luke. So Luke, you are here. You've just seen this guy get, slain down to the ground. He's not moving. And then the Lieutenant Graves has just ripped another guy down. He's on the floor, still wiggling, and you can see that John is still being grappled by another attacker on the side.
Have I got enough to go to the one that's grappling John?
Yes, you should. Yeah, you will do. Yeah, and if you come around behind, you'll have advantage on attack, or you can come to the side. It's up to you.
I'll go behind.
Okay.
Giggity.
You won't be laughing. Cool. Make your attack with advantage. So D20.
I got a D20, and what's the advantage?
Advantage, roll it twice.
You roll
And
again.
take the highest number, and then add all your bonuses and stuff in.
Okay, so 17's my highest number, and I'm adding strength, yeah? Or no?
You're adding your
strength
proficiency and your
proficiency.
strength, yeah.
So that's 20.
Nice. So you hit definitely. Roll a damage for me, please. You
Which
didn't
is
roll
the
a
damage
20,
one
did you?
again?
You got it was 20 after bonuses, right?
Yeah, after bonuses, yeah.
It's D4 in your strength for the damage.
D4 and strength is 3.
3. Nice. So you step up behind, stab straight into the back of. Okay, cool. Yeah, straight into the back as this attacker, this woman's wiggling around, grabbing, trying to get at John, and you kind of get a bit purchase, and then again knife straight between, much like you did the night before, between the rib cages from behind into the lungs and back out again. And again, as the blade comes out, it's covered in blood. Blood as if this is just you just stabbed another human being essentially.
Am I still grappled?
You are still grappled, yes. But it'll make it easy to get out. Perfect. So, round to Matthew. So you've seen the one that did grab you is now down on the floor, not moving, and then there's the one that's prone. Here, you've got Susie around the side, and you've got then John that's being grappled too.
Like I went away round to the one that's grappling as well.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You won't be able to get round because of where Luke is. You won't be able to get advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Walk away, Jim. So you can attack, strike, kill. You could try and like do the contested roll for John if you wanted to as well to pull them away, but then again they're going to be free to attack you. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll go into the attack. Oof. That's rolled a 19, so
Nice. That definitely hits. Give me some damage.
okay. I'm gonna, in anger of seeing him grab John, I'm gonna drop my pipe and go unarmed. Just start swinging fists.
Yep.
Mine's unless I get the same as the pipe would be unarmed anyway. So
Yep.
He's used the verb to windmill.
What was the damage?
4.
4. So as you come flying, you almost mark up. You see what's going on. You see the stab, and you just go fuck, drop it, and just go straight in, just pow pow over the top here. And you're trying to just free this attacker off John as he's cowering around now. He's also there trying to push away, and you do a lot of damage. But this attacker is like held on, almost like falling down, but still nails digging into the back, like holding on by pure flesh only from John's shoulders. But it was nice, it was sweet, nice set of blurs, a flurry of blurs. Dylan.
Okay, so okay, I didn't quite get to the corner. I'm gonna go round that corner,
Yep.
and up to the next corner and peek around there, just a peek.
A peek, cool. Give me a perception check.
9.
9. So you give a little peek to see what is going on. You see the commotion that's going on here, but more alarming to you is you've seen as one body on the floor outside and one that's just falling out of the window. So like, oh shit. So you're seeing that you kind of have an eye on the commotion up going on there, and then realise that you've kind of turned your eyes past and thought, fuck, there's 2 people that have just dropped out of that window.
And have they seen me?
Not yet, no. They don't seem to be looking at you. They're kind of in the motion. You've caught them in the motion of coming out the window. You're not.
Sneak back to that last corner.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you can get back to the corner. Are you trying to?
I stay peeking around that corner and finish my spliff.
Okay, sweet. Roll a stealth check for me as well. See how hidden you are. To see whether they catch you walking back.
Stealth. 23.
Okay. Nice.
You are Batman.
One of the few things I can do well.
Yeah. Hide from the fight.
Hide from the fuzz.
Spreadsheets of joy. Ooh. Well, actually, that's good. Disappointed in my roll. Because I really didn't want to kill you, did I? Cool. And cool. So that is Dylan's go. So back to John. John, you've got everyone around you trying to get this attacker off you. They are gripping on, and you can feel the pain running through your body. You've just had one attack you from on your right hand side. You can feel the nails digging into your shoulders and into the top half of your back as they are gripping in, like the worst sort of massage you could possibly ask for. So you can try and break the grapple with a strength check, or you can attack to try and just finish this attacker from you. Both of it could achieve the same thing essentially. The grapple will just free you from the grapple. An attack could potentially take the attacker down, and the attacker is looking very weak.
Before I do this, I have the durable trait.
Yes.
When and how can I use that?
What does it say?
It's a roll to regain hit points with on a Constitution modifier ×2, at least.
Okay.
But can I use that now, or do I have to be ungrappled?
Isn't that a short rest one?
Might be.
I don't know.
It's not the one. It's not the. What's the bonus action one? Second wind. Yeah, so it must be a short rest.
When you
Yeah, so durable is when you roll a hit die to regain hit points.
yeah, so
So that's
it'd be
a
So
short
that's
rest.
usually
So
like
I
when
can't-
you get healed or at a rest.
Okay, no worries. In that case, I'll attack the one that's grappling me.
Yeah. Cool. Roll an attack for me. Yeah, written all down somewhere.
I've got it open.
Oh yeah, yeah. Help
So
inspire
that'll
or
be-
second wind can be done.
14.
14, nice. Roll an unarmed. I'll tell you it's a D4 anyway. But how if you've got this attacker on your back, you can feel they're just gripped in, and they're probably like the way that their arms are stretched out. You can feel their face in your like lower spine. How would you attack someone that has kind of got you in that sort of grip? Because you're not going to swing. Well, unless you're trying to swing your own back, but.
Guess I try and, because my hammer will be my right hand, so I'd kind of try and swing behind me with it.
Yeah.
If it's behind me. So that would be a 5.
5. So you're wiggling around as you've got this person on your back, and you kind of manage to get enough of a swing that when you come round, all of a sudden, not that you can see what's
Yeah,
happening.
don't worry.
Yeah, that you feel the hands go loose as you've knocked.
I thought you were doing like a boot grab pose there.
While she's on the floor. Okay, cool. Perfect. So you swing, poof, and you feel the hands go loose, and you are no longer grappled.
I kind of put my my left hand to my shoulder. I've been bitten. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. I kind of have a wry smile on my face at the same time.
You sick bastard. Perfect. Beth.
So there's one left, hasn't been hurt. Are they?
That has
Are
been
they
done.
near-
This one is prone.
Oh, that's the
That's the one
right.
that
Okay.
Lieutenant Graves slipped when he's gone, and he's like on his way to get him back up now. So he's like, you can see that he's trying to pull him.
He's prone.
But he's prone for now, yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of say, fuck it, and then just kind of run in and just kind of like try and go for like their kneecap maybe while they're trying to get back up.
Yep.
Because so this one doesn't have white eyes, does it?
You haven't seen that. Matthew saw the ones that run towards you. Didn't.
That's fine. So have I got my flanking here?
You are, yes. But it's advantage anyway because it's prone, and it's a melee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what 18 to hit.
Yes, that hits. Give him some damage.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Nice.
So much.
So yeah, you come over, and this is as they're getting up. You go, as they're trying to kind of climb. As you get closer, you think this definitely weak, and you chain and should adjust from hitting him in the back of the kneecap to just stamping on his knees. So that pushes them down, and you just come down poof, through the back of the head, and poof, this one goes down. Out. As you breathe, like an adrenaline rush of I've just run in, you've just stamped on the back of a guy, his leg, bam, in the back of the head. He's fallen down. You kind of look up, and John stood there, kind of nursing his shoulder, other shoulder. And you're like, is there anything else you'd like to do on your?
So are we still in combat?
Oh, we are still in combat, yes.
Wait, I thought there was 3 of them. Did we not get all 3?
Yeah, from what you can see.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna kind of seeing that all 3 have gone down. I'm kind of just gonna fall to my knees, and just kind of like hyperventilate because I killed a guy or 2.
Yep.
So whilst I know outside of character that we're still in combat, in character,
Yeah.
I think definitely like
Mhm.
just there, head in hand, just kind of hyperventilating, just on his knees, like I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Good.
That'll be my go.
And at this point, Susie will come round to kind of check on you, to try and kind of weasel her way into the crowd to check that everybody, seeing everyone's down, that you guys are all okay, and does anyone need any help? Kind of checks that you're fine, Beth. That you're just taking a moment for yourself, and then she obviously looks up and sees that potentially she's going to need to go and help John, which is weird at this point. How far are we get? So goddamn slow. Who would be facing? Okay, so John and Lieutenant Graves, as you kinds of guys are staring the right way, essentially. As you're at the back end, you see people when you kind of breathe in and take in sights, especially Lieutenant Graves. You're kind of like, okay, that one's down. These, like, this guy's injured. We need to sort him out. You catch coming around the corner again another two figures that are just like shambling towards you, very quick. Like,
watch your backs, and I'll look to push past everyone, so I'm putting myself in.
It is actually your go. Yes.
Okay, watch your backs is the bonus action, I suppose, or free action. And then look to shamble forwards. Dave, just thinking about it game-wise.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'll go and attack the guy that's coming around the corner in front.
This one, yeah. Yeah, so we'll say it's not. Susie will let you get through. She'll have another 10 foot of movement if you needed to move after.
Yep.
And roll an
Hit
attack.
with knife.
Hit with knife. Roll attack.
I rolled a 17.
You rolled a
Unless they're wearing
17
armor.
does hit. Perfect. Damage.
7 again.
7. Jesus. So
I like this deep.
with a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you step out again, as this thing is coming towards you, you kind of the composure you have of being used to, it's almost you're going through the motions. You're not necessarily thinking about attacking and you revert back to Beth running in, the adrenaline flooding in, hyperventilating after. Yours is way more. It's more of a cardio controlled approach. See, as you come, you just take one step and slice again across the kind of neck of the creature, which shambles past you and drops to one knee. Still up, but very damaging blow.
Can I take my net? You say I've still got 10 movement.
Yeah.
Does that include vertical?
It depends what you're trying to do. How different.
If he's shambled past me,
yeah.
Am I able to curb stomp a guy?
No, that would technically be another attack. What, the guy that's there? This one?
Yeah.
When you just hit?
Yeah.
No, he's not out. He's still up, so he's not down.
Ah, okay. I will try and step between where he is and where everyone else is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's easy enough to do. So you step in to provide a block. Lovely, but that was a devastating blow. And also, as you kind of sliced across, whilst he's down, you step in front, and as he looks up, the kind of head rolls back, and you, with your passive perception, you see that this zombie has white eyes.
Okay.
So you're staring into the white eye, the corpse, exactly what you've just seen on the other guys that were down there. And so you're just like, this looks exactly what I was expecting to see. And it's creepy because you got a little flap in his neck.
How's it go?
Yeah. Luke.
So whereabouts are the enemies now?
So you just heard the call. So you've got the one in front that you've just you helped put down, and then you've heard Graves give the call to watch out. He's pushed through everyone, and yeah, as you spin, you'd see that there's one in front of you that you've just watched Lieutenant Graves slyly come across and just slice the neck off, and he's dropped to a knee, and then you can see that there's another one coming from one corner.
I'd try and stab or finish the one that Graves has hit.
Yep. Cool. Roll an attack.
So I've got 11 on the D20.
11 hits. Yes. Well, yeah, that's to it. So that's good. Roll damage.
A 3.
3. 3. That's enough. So you see the head is already like partially sliced off, and you're like, oh, okay. So you kind of come in from the side as this attacker's down on one knee and looks up, and you just come down behind and just cleave straight in to the bone, and you don't chop the whole of the spinal cord, but you get a decent chunk with that thing. That its head is just it's pivoting like a freaking South Park Canadian, just flapping backwards and forwards as it falls face first into the ground. Almost looking up at Lieutenant Graves for like, if I did. You did one slice? I did the other one. Almost coming down like a butcher's block.
Quick question: am I washing these knives when I get?
I'm assuming you're not using the same ones for cooking, but we'll leave that to you. If you're not, and you could DM me that'd be great, because we might all be dying next session. But no, I'm assuming you have attack knives and then you have kitchen knives. Unless you want to
like any good chef.
Yeah. You sick fuck. Cool, Luke. So then we have. Okay. So as you're hyperventilating and you're kind of just taking your breath, and you've heard the call, you've looked up and you're like, fuck, breathing, you see the foot of this attacker here twitch out. And that is then on to You're Dead.
Would I see that as well?
Yeah, you would probably see. Yeah, you would see that as well. Yes. On to Matthew. So you're kind of in the mix. You've seen the one go down. You've seen the call go out. You probably would have changed. You wouldn't have seen the twitch move of the guy, but you've seen both Lieutenant Graves and Luke take out this first attacker, and you can see the second one approaching.
Okay. Can I reach the second one? Movement wise?
Yeah, you could get there, but you'd be out here. Either way, you went 5. Yeah. You wouldn't have any movement after, but you'd get there.
Yeah, alright. Well, I will use my bonus action to do my second wind first. So I've got a 6. That puts me back up to full health again.
Nice.
And yeah, then I'll move over and attack the one standing over the back there.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that will give you... Perfect. So yeah, you have... you can face it straight on, or you could move and use your last 5 foot to stand to give space to other people, but it's supposed up to you. They could probably move around you if they needed to.
But yeah, I'll give space for other people.
Yeah.
Because yeah, they might be a bit further back than me. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Take your attack.
Oh fuck. 9.
9 just it. Cool. Roll your damage.
6 damage.
6 damage. Jeez Louise. Okay, so you swing. What are you using, your metal bat?
Yeah, I got a pipe back out now. Yeah.
Cool. So as you come down, you come across, bam, big cloud to the face. The neck spins all around, goes all like almost humanly to the left and bounces back, and this thing looks stunned, but it's still up as it glares back at you now. It's like it's a good hit, but you're like, oof, fuck. It's almost like you pissed off you poked the bear.
Yeah.
Dylan. You peeking out would have just seen that happen, but other than that, you're just smoking.
No, I finished my spliff on the last turn, so I'm high as fuck. How far would I get if I sprinted towards Matt and the creature?
On your normal movement, you could get alongside, so that's your normal 30 foot. If you sprint, you'd be doubled. You'd be using your action as well. But no, you could get alongside him.
Okay, I come up alongside. I run up alongside and stab the thing.
Okay,
that's what I'm good at.
Roll an attack. So Matt, as you've smashed across the head of it, and then it's kind of glared back at you, you're like, "Oh fuck!" And he like I can smell wheat, and then from your shoulder, Dylan just appears, and you realise at that point you haven't seen the fucker all day. What's your attack?
17.
17 hits. Roll your damage.
It's 1d4, right?
Yeah. Plus your dex.
Can I use dex?
Yeah, use dex because it's like a switchblade.
In that case, that will be a 4. Attempt to slash its neck.
Yep. So as you come, you step across, and like say, Matt, you've just gone fuck, and then this hand comes across over your shoulder, through the back of the windpipe, and then pops forward, and almost you get a little bit of a spray of blood in your face, Matt, as you're just stood there like fuck, and this just crumples down, this attacker, to the floor.
And I say, "You're welcome."
Perfect. So that does take us. No, doesn't quite take us out of combat. Maybe.
Yeah.
So that was Dylan. So John, on to you.
Okay, so I see the twitchy foot.
Yep.
So I sort of move up to that. The one that's twitching.
Yep.
Again, I spin my hammer around towards the claw end.
Yep.
As I take this, you fuck.
Then that'd be a roll with advantage because it's prone.
Yeah. If I'm injured on that in that sort of area, would I get disadvantage for that or not?
No. You're running on adrenaline. Oh, I actually did a thing as well.
So that would be 15 to hit.
15 hits. Yep. Give me damage.
7.
You destroy the skull of this enemy here, and to the point where almost Susie, you think will probably be peeved that there's nothing left to look at but pieces of skull and brain. But yeah,
and I just look down at that and I go,
nice, perfect. So we are now out of combat. You have taken down. I'll put this guy back on the board. You've taken down a few more attackers. Again, another wild set of actions caused by different actions. Is there anything that anybody wants? We will resolve. You're rolling natural dice, aren't you, Ben?
Yeah, I can do it in the thing if you want to say.
Okay, so we finished combat now. So there's just a little bit more to do before we finish. If you could roll a d20.
Do you want me to do it with the bot or just my dice?
Do it. No, I want to do your dice because I don't want anyone else to know.
Yeah.
So you've been bitten. So the way that bites will work is that you will have to roll a Constitution saving throw, as to how much the bite will affect you. So I want you to roll a d20. You need to make 13 or higher to succeed. Obviously 12 and down is a fail, and then I want you to just private message me what the number is.
Just want to say, after his message in chat earlier, I think he's just going to say he botches no matter what he rolls here.
It's all on you guys. You could be fine. So yeah, you guys would have seen that he's been attacked and been.
So that'll be the D20 plus.
You just roll. You would be adding your Constitution to it, but your Constitution is all 0 on this one, so it's just a D20 roll. 13 and up is a success. 12 and down is a fail. I just want you to message just me, so only you and I will know what the outcome of this roll is. Perfect. Cool. So you're surrounded by the bodies. Another out of nowhere kind of attack has hit you. You've got Beth on the floor, kind of hyperventilating. You've had a couple of reanimations. Matt, you've picked up the attackers that came out were just humans. They didn't have the iris. They didn't have the white irises as they'd done before. And almost like clinically, Susie starts going through and checking the bodies to pick up this as well. Is there anything you guys, as you kind of come back together post-fight, that you want to discuss?
I just want to say I like the graphic over Burn's character.
I forgot.
That's well cool.
I do. You've all gone. It took me fucking ages.
I just take out the nail from my pocket and add 2 more notches to my hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, Beth killed a guy.
Beth doesn't respond to this. He's just too busy, just head in hands, like almost shaking.
I'm gonna wipe my knife.
Almost having a panic attack type style thing.
Then like wipe my knife on my pants, put it away.
Yep.
Put my kneel down to the same level as Beth, and just put my arm across his shoulder, and just be like, "Come with me a little bit. Let's just go and have a chat."
Have Matt and Dylan joined the rest of us? Are they still over there?
Yeah, you've all joined up.
We were
together.
back, yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was hoping I was still over there.
Oh, you were making your way back. So if you want to, stay away. So.
I didn't want to go back to the group. I wanted to go to the house that's empty now.
Okay. So you'll go to the house. We'll deal. We can deal with the house bit.
I say to Matt,
I'll go back to the group, yeah.
I say, you alright? Where the fuck's Dylan? Does anybody see Dylan?
I conveniently came in at the very last moment, but
Oh, so
I didn't fucking see him for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, neither did I. I didn't realise he made any kind of attempt. To...
Imagine he's going to claim all the fucking glory for it again.
More likely.
If I overhear that while I'm stood next to him.
Mm-hmm. But you're taking Beth.
Just say,
you're
so I was taking Beth to like the cafe. But I was going to say, let's go
okay.
to the cafe and just sit down for a second.
Yep.
Or if I'm walking past and overhear that, I'll just turn to them and go, guys, give him a fucking break. At the end of the day, you've just started a fight in the middle of a street that we didn't need to take. We need to start thinking smartly. What or all stay alive.
What? Give him a break. He's done fuck all except hide.
I don't give a shit. But standing in front of everyone and getting yourself attacked and beaten up like that isn't exactly staying safe.
Well, it's not
I'll
exactly
chat to everyone later. I'll chat to everyone later when we're back at the school.
Who the fuck made you in charge? I didn't notice you were around last time. Me and Matt and Luke are the ones that helped.
Like I said to everyone else before, when the soldiers were here, if you don't want my help and you don't want to stay safe at the school, feel free to fucking leave.
Yeah, well, maybe
I'm trying to use my experience to help you.
What,
Give him a fucking break.
By blaming
Because at the moment, when everyone's biting and bickering over tiny little things that don't even matter, that's when people get hurt.
Doesn't matter. So we're all here battling for our lives, and he's off doing what, hiding, not helping, and you're telling us to give him a break. Whatever.
Did you have a choice before shouting, "Oi, you over there"? Think smartly. That's all I'm asking.
Whatever.
Beth, let's go take a seat down over here.
Beth kind of follows, but kind of like not responsive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking to try and concentrate on soothing him.
Yep.
So literally just arm over his shoulder on the back, guiding him towards a seat within the cafe, just to get him away from everything, just so I can help him process.
Perfect.
I'm just going to ask John, are you alright? Did you get bit?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know, a bit, a scratch, but something caught my shoulders. I'm alright. It's nothing too bad. A few bandages will do.
And this Susie comes up and is like, "Are you okay if I take a look at the damage?"
Yeah, sure.
She'll go away and she pulls out and starts to tend, and will use one of her bandages to give you 4 points of health back.
Do I use my durable now? Or?
No, that'll be on a short rest. So
just a short rest. Right?
Yeah, it's just a short rest. When you're short rest is when you can. So the way we'll have in the future, I'm assuming some of the rest will be where you can't always get back, or you won't sleep all the way through the night. So if you get a full 8 hours sleep with watches put in, you get a long rest. That gets you up to full HP. But if you can't get full sleep, so say something happens in the middle of the night, or you don't get away, or maybe you're not staying back at the base, you can get a short rest, which is just an hour break. This is a way of just sitting down and saying, well, let's just take a moment, and from that, at that point, you can roll dice to bring back some of your health. You've then got the ability to make that more useful. Because it is...
Right, did you say 3 or 4 points?
4 from our bandage. She
and you can
bandages
probably
up
use your
around, like
durable.
under your shoulder, over the top, puts gauze straight in where it is around your collarbone, where you seem to be bleeding the most. Tallies up as much as you can, and then wraps it as tight as you can.
Thanks, Susie.
You might be able to use your durable here if you need to as well.
If we're going to take a short break.
Yeah, for now, I think.
Well, he's rolling hit dice, isn't he? Oh no, sorry, hit dice.
No.
No,
short
hit-
hand.
hit dice
sorry,
during the
I was
rest of the minute is
It's just
Okay.
dealing with the bandage.
So, I'm sat with the lieutenant, I guess.
Mhm.
If you want, I'm not forcing you. I'm not forcing you away. I'm just trying to take you away. Just go and sit in the
Yeah,
cafe
no,
for a bit.
I've gone. Just kind of there, like shake. He died.
Just breathe. I'm gonna go get you a drink of water. Just gonna go grab a
Right.
cup from behind the cafe and pour it. Well, 2 cups. Pour out some water, just from a tap. Walk back, put one on the table. Just sit opposite you. Look at me, Beth.
Yeah,
It's gonna feel shit.
it does.
Believe me.
How did these guys not react like this?
I've got no idea, and that's what scares me. They
It's going
seem
to be
ready.
okay,
They seem
right?
I'm gonna do my best to make sure that everyone's okay.
Well,
I don't go out making promises that I don't know the answers to.
I'm hoping you can follow that promise.
Me too. Now look, if it makes it feel any better, I've hit guys with less than that, and they've not stood back up again. They've not continued to move. Those guys there were not human, despite what they look like. Yeah, I know
difficult.
it's going to be difficult because of what you see. All I'm asking you to do is just concentrate on your breathing. Make sure you stay hydrated. And if you want to talk about it at any point, just come and speak to me.
I will do.
We'll go for a walk. Clear your mind.
Thank you.
No problem.
And I kind of just sit there, just kind of nursing the glass, trying to get my breathing under control, and not really saying much else.
Yeah, I'll just sit kind of relaxed forward, just with both hands on the glass, just taking a sip every now.
Perfect. Lovely. I think what we'll do is we'll come back next week to do Dylan to do your investigation checks and then to round out the rest of, because it will only been it's still the morning. You guys left super early, went in and had a fight, so you're only talking it's coming up to like close to 8-9 in the morning the time you left. So we'll finish it here with you guys in the town, and then we'll pick up the house, the investigation, being in the cafe, and where you go for the rest of the day from there. Unless there's anything else anyone else wants to throw in, but I think that's a good place to stop.
I was just going to say, I've got I've got 1 medical kit and 2 first aid kits. Is it worth using that now? Is John going to benefit from that, or is he fine when he's bandaged?
Yeah, well, you can have the chat with him. I would wait until next week and then work out where you're going to go, because you'll have a plan. You can short rest and take some heals, or you can, like say, you can use some first aid kits or some medical kits to get back some HP. But I would hold on to them till next session, and then you guys will have a sit down and have a plan about what you do with the rest of the day. Because, like I say, it's just the morning. So yeah, have a think about what you want to do with the rest of the day when you've got it. But I would wait, because then you can see who's got what and who's at what health and how you go from there.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect. So, another attack. That went differently to as expected, and our first bite. I got to use a lovely little bite thing. So, we will see what the outcome of that is. But you've met the army. They've told you they're going to make their way back. They've given the radio to Graves, so you've got contact with the armed forces now at least. And their plan is to get back and get the Buckingham base up and running, and for you guys to sit and stay as secure as you can. And 45 minutes, half an hour after having that conversation, you nearly get murdered in the streets. So it's going to be a fun time.